Hello there, guys. How is everybody doing? How are you guys doing on this Sunday? Y'all, it's cold outside. Yeah, I don't like it when it gets cold. Okay. When I get over here, I gotta study. Okay, I gotta assign. Actually, I got an assignment. Um, yeah. Let's see. So tonight, we're going to this afternoon, we're going to have Memphis's own Jessica Dime, star of Love and Hip Hop, join us to speak about her Dimes Giving Feast that she's having in Memphis. Okay, we're going to have Jessica to we're going to have thank you, Stephen. We're going to have Jessica to join in about 7 minutes, 7 8 minutes. But how is everybody doing today? I hope that you all are doing okay. Um, this afternoon, when it starts to get cold, it's always it's always cooler around the area that I live in, though. Um, but other than that, how is everybody doing? I hope that y'all have been enjoying your Sunday. You went to church today, even if you didn't. I hope you had your Sunday meal and all that good stuff. As we get ready to talk to Jessica, make sure you guys hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I'm doing extremely well, Stephen. Thanks for asking. You guys, I'm doing really well. Let's see who's in here. I see Blessed One, ZK, Diane, Gina, Dot again, Angel the Real Boss, HD Bully. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Make sure you guys please do like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Like I said, I'm just getting my thoughts together. I'm excited that Jessica is coming on to speak about what she's doing for the city of Memphis. Hey, I think it is an awesome thing when you have, people that come from out of Memphis and they go on to like big platforms and all of that. As you all see, she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and now Jessica is doing her own thing. I forget what it's called. I'll have her to remind us because she says they're getting ready to have a second season of that. And but when she's coming back to the Memphis area, which a lot of her family is still, all of her family, if I'm not mistaken, is still in Memphis, and coming back to the Memphis area and giving back. Okay, and it looks like where she's giving back at is in the heart of South Memphis. Okay, so I'll ask Jessica what area but to me, it's not a North Memphis, South Memphis, East Memphis thing. Like, I think we're all one. Like, it's not just limited to South Memphis. Okay. I'm sure it'll be for everyone all over Memphis. That's why, when people was talking about a divide in North Memphis and South Memphis, I always said I never knew anything about that because I thought, I've always looked at Memphis, me and my eyes, and the majority of the people that I know, like, it's just Memphis. We're all Memphians, right? May come from different sides, but we're all Memphis. So, I mean, it's the same thing to me. So, you guys, make sure y'all hit the like button as we wait for Miss Jessica. I told her 5 o'clock, so we're about 4 minutes from that. I'm sure she'll be coming up in a minute. In just a minute. Yeah, I'm excited to have Miss Jessica. Jessica was one of my favorites on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Hey, even before, I'm gonna tell you something. Even before I knew that she was from Memphis, when I first heard her on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, when I first saw her, when I was listening to her voice, I was listening to Jocelyn say, that they had worked together in Miami, and I was confused. I was like, she got a Memphis dialect. Like she's got a Memphis. I always can tell like even though Mississippi is like our neighboring state and Arkansas is our neighboring state, I can always tell when someone is from Mississippi and when they're from like around the Memphis area. It's almost the same, but it's a little different. Yeah, it's a little different. So I see even where like Alabama people, and we're all in the South, you would think that everybody would sound the same. Alabama's people kind of, I could tell when people from Alabama how they pronounce words. I've learned it since I've been on here. Now, Steven sounds a whole lot different and hitter than the people from out of Alabama. But yeah, so it's just something that it's he said, watch yourself now. I'm just saying, like when you listen to Honeycomb Brazy talk. Now I know Honeycomb Brazy is from like around Mobile. For some reason, the people in Mobile almost kind of talk like the people from out of Louisiana, like around New Orleans, but they're closer to Florida. They're closer to like Mobile is because we went through Mobile when we went to Ghost Shores, and I think right after we passed through Mobile, we was in Ghost Shores like within 45 minutes or something like that. So I love Ghost Shores. I told y'all I could live down there. I could retire and live in Ghost Shores. I loved it. It's not too big. They put money in the city. I like going places where they put money in the city when they care about the city. Yeah. Y'all hit the like button as we wait on Jessica to come up. I'm sure she'll be coming up in just a few, in just a minute. Let me see. Let me check my Instagram. Um, hold on. Okay. But y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as we wait on her to come up. Um, yeah. But I'm always so proud of when I see, like I said, Memphians like Jessica, such as Jessica, giving back. They need to give Jessica a key to the city. I see that they've given so many others a key to the city. I'm gonna ask Jessica, have they given her a key to the city? Because she needs a key to the city too. Um, yeah. He says algorithm. That's what I said. Algorithm. Algorithm. That's what I said. The algorithm. Y'all run the likes up and make sure y'all share this live if you haven't shared it. Make sure you guys please do like, share, and subscribe. We would want for people to come out to the feast. Okay. We're gonna let her tell us what it's gonna be like when we come out there, what they're gonna be doing. Oh, he said I typed that before I said it. Oh, okay. It's getting colder and colder outside because I could feel it in my house. I could feel it. It's getting colder and colder. Hey, Miss Althea. What's up, the Alabama hitter? Yeah, we're just waiting for Jessica to hit the link. We're just waiting for her to hit the link. Um, Hold on, let me send her a text message to let her know that I'm live. Okay, I just sent her a text message. Hey, Rage Against the Machine. Thank you, darling. Yeah, run the likes up. Run the likes up as we wait for her to come into the room. To come into the room. I guess we're supposed to sound like Alfalfa from the Little Rascals. Come into the room. Come into the room. Yeah, it's this kind of weather. I promise you. This is that real lazy weather. It's that real lazy weather. Um, yeah. Yeah, run the likes all the way up and share. Let me see something. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, I was just looking at Hitter where Hitter was telling me on the phone where Trump says that Americans will receive a $2,000 each. Hold on, y'all. Steven, that Americans are supposed to. Oh, okay, wait a minute. She said she hit the link. Hold on. Let me send it to her again. I hope I didn't send her the wrong thing. I'm gonna resend it to her again. Now she may have to call in. don't know how I can send it via a text message. Hold on, let me see. Uh, yeah, is there any kind of way we could send the link via a text message? Uh, let's see. There is a way we could send it via text message. Hold on, Jessica. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. See if you can click it from the chat. See if it will allow you to click it right here in the chat. I just dropped it in the chat. See, will it allow you to click the link in the chat? Hmm. Let me see. I may have to do it like this manually. Let's see. Hold on, Jessica. I'm trying to see if I could text it to you. Because she might want to use it through her phone. Okay, I think I was able to send it to her via text message. I just had to manually type it in. Okay, here she go. Jessica, allow it to use your microphone. Allow StreamYard to use your microphone so that you can connect. Because I see you're trying to connect and okay, there you go.
Hi.
Hey Jessica.
Hey, Miss Sarah. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm
Look,
glad
hi.
that you came on.
Look, I'm sorry I'm late. I had a long night. I had to go to K Michelle's listening party for her country album. So, baby, that was a
She
long night.
finally got the country. I'm so proud of her.
Girl, when I tell you that album is gonna be amazing. It
What?
is amazing. Yes. We heard a lot of the songs last night. I'm sorry I lost my voice because I was screaming. But because I'm so proud of her. But we heard a lot of the songs last night. We got a chance to come and witness her do the finale for Housewives and perform. So I was just so excited to see another one of my Memphis sisters like doing it big. It was just so inspirational. So
I
I'm
know
just
it.
recovering.
So is she on Housewives now? Because they was
Hmm.
talking about she was gonna join.
She's on there, girl, making a big
What?
mark. Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
I'm definitely gonna look at it because we
Look,
already
I
know
said the
K
same
Michelle
thing.
bring it.
I haven't watched Housewives ever, but I will definitely watch it since she's on there. But yeah, that's why I had a long night. So y'all, please excuse my voice. You know how we are from Memphis. We get loud and country
I'm
and
telling you, we get
excited for
loud
each
in
other.
country. Well, I'm so glad her voice is so versatile. She's able to do all genres of music. So I hope
Yes.
you all can do something together. I hope y'all do.
Yes, that's my sister. I just, I let things take its course. But of course, she's one of my main supporters. Not too long ago, she brought me out on stage at her show. And well, it was, in at the stadium y'all use out there right outside in Mississippi. Right. The
I know
Landers.
what you're talking
The
about. The
Landers.
Landers Center.
Yeah, she brought me out at one of her shows and they went crazy. And I was at a point at that time that I was kind of questioning things, and you know how you need that
Yeah.
little pick me up. And she just called me out the blue. I think she just knew I was in Memphis and was like, "You want to come open up?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I sure would love to."
I
So
think
yeah,
they
me and
tried
her.
to depict her in a certain way when she was on Love and Hip Hop to make it seem like she was so difficult at
And
one
she was
point.
crazy and all this stuff.
Hmm.
But we kind of got a little profit in us Memphis girl, us Memphis women, and we
Yeah.
kind of see stuff before it happens. And and then when it happens, people come back and say they apologize or they say this and they say this. But it is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna do something. We got something coming. She the main one that's on me about my music, about putting my music out consistently. So yeah, she's a big support system. I just want us to have the best record, the right thing that's gonna be, you know, perfect for both of our sounds. So I'm working on it.
You know what I was thinking about, Jessica? You're probably gonna laugh when you told me you was working with Drama Boy. You know, Drama is one of the best. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I hope that Jessica and Drama Boy, because I'd be thinking about, because I was a major at Whitehaven.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Oh, I
like,
was too.
yes,
I
huh?
was too.
So I was thinking about, yeah. So but I think I'm quite a bit older than you. You're not in your 40s yet, are you?
No, not yet. Almost though.
I'm quite a bit older than you, but I was thinking about you should do like a you have Drummer Boy to do you like a like a drum beat, like something like off of that major red type situation, almost like a
Mm,
not quite a bounce song, but it's something about them drums. And girls, me and you are
yes.
using major red too, girl. Oh, I know that may seem crazy, but I'm just saying for like the women my age, we
Yes.
love that type stuff.
Yeah, like almost like how Trina and Trick and them did Take It to the House a
Yes.
long time ago. Yeah. We actually going to the studio tomorrow. We got a film for Beauty and the Beats podcast. Shout out to Drama. We got a podcast called Beauty and the Beats. If y'all
Shout
not
out
familiar with it, please go and check us out. We try to be positive and bring people on to tell their stories and promote their new projects. So please check us out. We got a lot of Memphis artists come on. We got a lot of anybody from anywhere, because Drama knows some of everybody. I know some of everybody. So we just kind of get together and do it. So we're doing that tomorrow, and we'll be in the studio working on my project tomorrow to finalize it, because Drama is on me. It's kind of like different because I always been an independent artist, kind of making my
Mhm.
own decisions, and I still am. But working with Drama is more structured. He's like, you have to have everything ready at this time so it can be on playlist. I've never even thought of that. I just always drop music and don't even have no plan behind it. But working with Drama, he's good. He's the best at what he does. He's been in the industry so long. He got his business in order, and it has helped me to, get my business in order, especially as an independent artist. We had examples like Dolph showing us we can do it on our own independently. And
Mhm.
I kept thinking, like, trying to go back and try to figure out who can help me. And it's just like no disrespect or anything, but I can really help myself. I am the Dolph. I am the
Yeah.
guy. Not to say that I'm, in their position or as big as they were,
Right.
but I am an independent artist, and I kind of been doing it on my own for so long. It'll make more sense for me to sign somebody than for me to sign somebody to somebody else. So
Right.
that's been basically my focus. Like the girls from my TV show, I got records with them that I'm putting verses on to try to help them get their music out, for people to hear them because they're really talented. So I'm kind of
Mhm.
taking my own,
Are they
everything
from
into
the
my
Memphis
own hands.
area?
Some
Are
of
the,
them are. A couple of them are, and then a couple of them were from like South Carolina, places like that. So I'm just reaching out and doing whatever God put in my hands for me to do.
that's super cool. I think that's a good thing because I want you to know how proud I am of you. And when,
Thank
like I
you.
said, when you first went to, I even told my mama you was gonna be on here. She might be on it, but she said, "Damn, gonna be on."
Mother.
I said, "Yes."
Hey, Ma, if you listening, and I know you always talk about your girls, so I want to say hi to them and
Thank
your
you.
dogs because they
Yeah,
always in the background making noise, and your grandbaby.
yes, indeed.
So I am a fan. I do listen to you all the time. I'm one of those people. I like to ride and listen to YouTube and listen to you guys, kind of see what's. I like to keep my ear to the street. I like to listen to what you guys think about things that's going on and stuff like that. So I'm in the bushes all the time listening to y'all, you and Cypress and Alabama Hitter.
Cypress got, oh my God, I gave him the name of Lust Demon. He gonna melt.
He is hilarious.
You said me and Cypress and who else?
Alabama Hitter.
Oh my God, he probably gonna melt.
Yes, I love y'all's dynamic. I love how y'all join each other and talk y'all stuff. I enjoy it. So just it gives me a safe space. It gives me something to do and listen to. I don't care if I'm in the shower or, getting ready or riding. I always, if you come up, I'm subscribed to you. So I see your notifications when they come up and I join. So
Yeah, you know what? I told my mom, I said, you have been coming in here, and I said, I looked at the name and I wasn't sure. And so when I started talking about the Memphis mayor and you joined in,
oh
I was like,
yeah.
I wonder if I was like, she got it. I wonder if that's the Jessica Dime from Love and Hip Hop. When I clicked, I was like, oh my God, and you just joining in talking just like a
Yeah,
regular person. That's when I said, are you Jessica Dime from Love and Hip Hop?
you did. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me, honey. In here knows and want to say something.
Well, I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you have a love for your city
I
and
do.
giving back. That's that hey, I
Yes.
love it. The fact that you're giving
Thanksgiving
back.
fest.
So what made I know you at one of the times that you was in here, you was like, I gotta think of something. I wanna give back to my city. And you came up with
Yes.
something quick.
I
So
came up with it quick, right?
yeah, you did. You came up with it quick. So tell me about it.
Okay, so I like a while ago, I did it was like years ago before I even had my daughter or got with my husband. So you know how long ago that was. But I
Mm-hmm.
had asked my dad is he works at Lemoyne on. So I asked him one time, could he help me put together a Thanksgiving situation. I had got with the Piccadilly on Poplar, and my dad got the buses from Lemoyne on, and we bused people from the Mission downtown to Piccadilly to, feed them on Thanksgiving. So when I did that, it was so many of them came and they were so happy. I mean, Moneybag showed up, Penny showed up.
Wow.
I thought that I was gonna have to, my dad was like, whatever, you have to pay, I'm gonna help you. I was like, Daddy, you don't gotta do that. I'm good. He was like, nah, I love what you're doing. I'm gonna help. So, but Penny ended up taking over the whole thing. It was like, nobody's paying for nothing. I'm paying.
Wow.
So I was like, ever since then, I kind of got after that, I started the TV thing and then I started my family and things like that happened so fast that I didn't even continue the tradition, which I should have. So everything that's been going on lately, I've been like in this spiritual journey. I've been cleansing. I've been trying to like just be a better me. It's for my
Mm-hmm.
family, for my kids, for everybody. So I was like, And then when I heard the SNAP benefits was going on, then the
Yeah.
National Guard in the city and people in an uproar and don't really know what's next, I was just like, let me revisit the Thanksgiving thing that I did a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was like, instead of, like busing people, I like to kind of get people in one situation so that everybody can kind of enjoy each other, almost like a family reunion type vibe. And
Yeah.
I hit drama up because we got a friend named Visha from Memphis. And
Mhm.
I was like, you think Visha would help me organize like a Thanksgiving thing or something for us to give back to the city? And he was like, Visha help you. Hit her up till I gave you the number. And I hit her up and she's been on board with me since day one, like helping me
Wow.
with everything, like helping me come up with my ideas. Sometimes she'll call me saying something, I'll be like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to do it like that. But she's so patient with me and she just so Memphis and ready to get back to, she has kind of like helped me and just taking it over with me. So that's who everybody contacts for like the food trucks to do this and do that. And when we started
Mhm.
planning it, we called Anna over there at Willie Mitchell. She was ready to help. So she's been helping as well. And we were just trying to think of ways where we could have it. Where can we have it? Because that's the
Mhm.
main thing. And she was like, we can have it on the block by Willie Mitchell if you want to. Because I'm a South Memphis girl, but I was raised in Whitehaven too with my mom. So
Yeah.
it was in Walker Homes with my grandma. So in Memphis, you just all around.
You're all
So,
around, I'm telling you.
yeah. So she was like, what can we do? So I was like, what about, I think Visha was like, what about Soulsville? I think they got a nice area over there. And once she contacted Soulsville, they put her in contact with Slim House. And that is my family. So they were excited about us getting together, doing something together because I hadn't even been over there to see my uncle's collaboratory that they just did. Because his house has
Mhm.
always been there as a staple that he left, but it's actually been gone. They've actually gone in and remodeled it and made it a museum and made it where you can go in and you can perform on the stage in front of there. You can get chairs and come around the lawn and listen to bands and music. And it hasn't been like it's established, but a lot of people don't even know it's there. It's a gym in our community. So
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, that's perfect. That's my dad's brother, Memphis Slim. He's a legendary blues singer.
Okay.
And yeah, that's his house, the Memphis Slim house. And that's where we're having it. It's a part of my culture, it's my bloodline, it's a part of the rich Memphis, spirit that we have that we got to tap
Yeah.
back into that we kind of got away from. The reason why the National Guard and evil spirits and things like that
Yeah.
are able to, get into our systems and, you know, get into our communities and do bad things. So I want
Yeah.
to try to put the good back in the community, put the
Turn that
good back in
around,
it.
make
You
people
know what I'm saying?
remember the rich history and what Memphis is really about. Because when you start talking about around that area, you think about like that's the Stacks area, like
Yep.
all of those artists that came that would come through there around that area. It was like success was really born. They try to look at it as being a certain way, but it's something. It's just something about South Memphis. Like even when I'm working and I'm
Mm-hmm.
driving through those areas and stuff. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a
You
lot
can
of rich
feel it.
history.
You can feel it. And then you know what else? I was doing like me going doing the situation and tapping into my, everything and, getting closer to God. Your ancestors come with it, kind of like you
Mhm.
kind of want to see what they went through and things like that. And I've been researching his whole journey and that he was, he was a blues singer in a point of time where, it was racism going on, the Jim Crow area, things like that, Jim Crow laws and things like that. And it even made him feel like he had to move to Paris to live a more successful life. But I just noticed how all of the blues singers from that era, they used to get together and work together and go on, tour together and go
Mhm.
get nights on Beale Street. They all used to be out there. And that's the thing I think Memphis has kind of gotten away from is us being together, working
Yeah,
together, not against each other.
absolutely.
So, and I think that's some Atlanta kind of mastered a little bit better than we did. So we
Yeah.
kind of feel like when they ahead of us, they did so they did, and we was already here. We was the first ones. Yeah, we were. We did create a sound that a lot of people bit off of, but we also
Mhm.
bit off each other. And
Yeah,
we didn't come back and feed each other. We went and gave the sound to other people that wasn't even from our city. And I could go
absolutely.
on and on, but I'm not gonna call anybody out or make anybody feel any type of way. They know who they are.
Mhm.
We could have kept this within each other. And then once each other got to a certain point, then we could help the outsiders, but we still need help. So that's
Yeah,
my thing, and that's what Thanksgiving. I mean, Dimesgiving is all about, coming back into the community. I want performers, bands, dance teams. If they want to come and share their gift with us, I'm open to it. I want just everybody just have a good time that day.
that's awesome. It's just like remembering the culture,
That
remembering the Memphis
yes.
culture.
Yes, and we got the soul stage, so that's where everybody can come and perform. We'll have the grocery store giveaway, where it'll be the Dimes Giving grocery store where they can come and shop for different items and take them home and maybe cook for Thanksgiving. Because I know SNAP benefits is kind of back and forth with that. We don't know really what's going to happen with that, which is so unfortunate. And we'll have actual hot meals for the less fortunate in the area that want to come and
Mhm.
get a hot meal. We'll have table chairs that can come and sit down. We'll have food trucks, vendors, any vendors, food trucks that's trying to get your product and your food out there to the community. Please come out, set up, things like that. We'll have like toy drives, coat drives, things like that. We'll have a kiddie corner for the kids to play games, ride rides, get on the bouncy house, things like that. It just will be like a big family reunion. You said you're gonna come out there. I know everybody want to see Miss T.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming. I'm gonna bring my camera so that I can record it
Yes,
and put it on the show. I want for people to see like all of the Memphians coming together. Like when people were talking about like the divide in the sections, I think I was just so oblivious to that because I was like, no, I've said it so much on here. I was like, I never knew of that. I just kind of always looked at us as just being Memphis. You know what I mean? I just
yeah.
kind of I be joking sometimes when I say, well,
Memphis, yeah,
South Memphis girls run it, but I just kind of be joking, because you have somebody
yeah.
say, well, no, North Memphis girls do or North Memphis guys do, but we're basically all just one. East
We're all
Memphis,
just
all
one.
those areas.
And I feel it when I come home. It's no feeling like that. It's just something in the atmosphere of Memphis that just doesn't feel like anywhere else. And I just feel like we got to tap into that, because we kind of go other places and feel like other places is better than our city or whatever. Our city is the most beautifulest land. That's what me and Kay Michelle always say. It's the
Yeah,
most beautifulest land in the world. But we just gotta see it for that. We got to cherish. We got water. We have a beautiful city. I know our downtown view isn't as big, or the skyline isn't as big as we may want it to be, but
but it's beautiful.
it's beautiful. It's so rich. So we just
Hmm.
got to know who we are and tap back into that. And I think it's going to come around. I think everything happens for a good reason, even though it
Hmm.
might seem bad at the time, like the National Guard being there and things like that. It's just making us realize it's something special about Memphis.
Hmm.
It's something special about us. Elon Musk got a supercomputer there. What made him pick Memphis? You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
we just gotta tap into our own self and our own power, because we got it. All of
All of
us.
the talent, all of the talent that comes
Yes.
from out of Memphis. You think about even before, like Young Dolph and Yo
Mm-hmm.
Gotti and yourself and the
Mm-hmm.
Key Glocks and the Money Bags. You think about people like 8 Ball and MJG who
Mm-hmm.
really just like influenced like
Mm-hmm.
people everywhere, all over the
Everywhere.
country. Like there's Tila, Gangsta Pat, Gangsta Boo. You
Gangsta Boo,
know,
let's go up to my sister. Rest in peace to my sister. That's
rest in peace to
still,
her.
yep, that's still a healing process for me as well.
I was just so tickled pink when I was looking at the verses in New Orleans and Mia J
Oh,
said, "Rest in peace to Gangsta Boo," because she was bout it,
got
bout
it,
it. I
got
was like,
it.
wow.
When I was live watching it and I was in the comments, I knew she was gonna say that, because when I tell you they were close, they were very close.
Really? I
Boo,
didn't know that.
yes, Boo loved Mia X. She loved Mia X. She always talked about Mia X. And me and Boo were close, but over the years we kind of, we didn't talk every day, but we always made sure we kept in touch every few months. We'll check in with each other. But her and Mia X was always close. Yes. They admired each other. I always noticed that about them. They did. And Chat too. Chat, Boo, and Mia X were always close.
You know
And
what? I really want for them to give because Gangsta Boo and Chat, and I like Chat too. I like Chat a
Mm-hmm.
lot. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she helped to create. She was one of the ones that really helped as far as
Yes.
females to create the Memphis sound, also with 3 6 Mafia. But I
Yep.
really want them to give my girl Gangsta Boo. She get the love, but they need to go ahead and give her even more love because
We need it.
I'm
We need
telling you,
even more love. Like I just tweeted not too long ago. I just miss her. I just miss her. Like it's just her. I don't know if anybody personally that's listening ever got a chance to actually know Gangsta Boo, separate from her rap persona, but she was one of the sweetest people you ever want to meet. She
oh my,
always want everybody to link up. How you think I met Drama? How you think I met this? I met so many people because of Gangsta Boo. Because God aligned it. I met K Michelle because of Gangsta Boo.
wow.
I was linked up because of Gangsta Boo. When I first started and I was doing my rapping, I reached out to her because we was following each other on Twitter. And I was like, I want to do a record with you. And she was like, yeah, let's come on. Can you come to Atlanta? And I was in Miami and I drove from Miami to Atlanta and went to Drummer House. Drummer wasn't there. I think he was busy or something, but she was at Drummer House in Atlanta. And I went over there and did a record with her. I flew her to Miami. We did a video. I've never put the video out. But Drama said he don't understand what's wrong with me because I got a video with with Dolph and Gangsta Boo that I've never put out.
Oh my
So,
God. Wait,
so
put
he
it
was like,
out. That's that Memphis rich history.
he said, I know you ain't chasing no cloud because you got shit. He said, I would have put that out yesterday.
But you know what, Jessica? It's your time though. It really is. It was
Thank
always
you.
your time. Like Love and Hip Hop was just like the segue to something way bigger. You think about like, I know you say your dad a professor at Lemoyne On,
And no,
or
he's
he
not a
just an
professor, but
employee?
he's over the financial department of Lamar On. So he's over
Okay,
there.
your mother
He
is
got
a
his
teacher.
office. Hmm.
Your mom is a teacher,
Yep,
and
my
I know
mom.
you
Well,
ended
she's
up
retired
liking.
now, but she is a teacher. She taught at Hamilton High, White Station, places like that. She was the one when the ninth grade came to Hamilton High. She had the ninth grade academy, and she used to make them march around the school and hold books and stuff when they used to skip her class. She was serious. She was serious. And she used to be like, hey, you going on over to the school I go to. I'd be like, yeah, no, ma'am. I would not. I would not go to the school you teach at because for one, I would be into it with people about my mama, and for two, you ain't finna make me march like that. So,
Oh, Jessica, you got him crying in here. Tamika said she got my favorite girl on here. I'm crying, man.
oh, hey Tamika, you got to come to Thanksgiving. I keep saying Thanksgiving because that's really where I'm at from the heart. But you got to come to Dimesgiving Fest, Tamika. I really want to see y'all and just like talk to y'all and hug y'all and just because my husband, he been recently coming back to Memphis a lot because he's been helping with coaching and stuff like that. So he's been going out a lot of Memphis. So he'll come, he be
Shout
like,
out
you
to
know,
your husband.
huh,
Memphis is on. Memphis
yeah.
is on. Now, did your husband play for the Grizzlies at one time too? I know he went pro.
No, he didn't play for the Grizzlies. He played for the University of Memphis under John Calipari.
Mm-hmm.
And then he played for the Knicks, the Heat, the
Okay.
Lakers. He played with Kobe Bryant. He had a really good career, So he's trying to give back in his own way and coach the kids. He said, I just gotta go back and give back to where I came from. Cause if it weren't for the guys who came and got me from my grandma's house, I would have never made it to the league. So I gotta go get somebody from their grandma's house. Like
Yeah.
he's in the same mind frame I'm in, but he'll tell you, he just, he be like, we gotta give back. We gotta give back. So, we try to make that our mission because we both from Memphis. But he been frequent in Memphis a lot more than me. And when
Mm-hmm.
he goes, he calling me on FaceTime because people want to talk to me and they want to say hi. And he's like, everywhere I go, I can go nowhere and they don't know who I am. He said, I know I've already been known because of the NBA, but it's like just where Jessica, like it's like
Yeah.
he said they know. He said if we came back and just came back for a little while, I think it'll be crazy. He said because I can't go nowhere without nobody being happy to see me. So I was like, okay, I need to come back and put my hands and boots on the ground, put my hands on my people, and just enjoy y'all. Cause I miss just being home. I
Oh, no,
come and
that's right.
I
Well, if they sign him to working at and be an assistant coach on the Grizzlies, you're gonna have to get you another house
ooh,
back at home, girl. I'm speaking that into the
let's
atmosphere.
speak it in this. I know Penny wanted him to come over there and help it with the Tigers too. So let's just pray for the best because I would
Yeah,
love for him to even the Grizzlies, like you said, he is. And I know us from being from Memphis, it don't matter who or what we were or ended up being. All of our backgrounds and our stories are not squeaky clean.
that's
Like
true. That's true.
we most of us that came up in Memphis went through something. Like it's not
That's
like
true.
we had a perfect life there, and it's like
Mhm.
people say you know, you could be middle class, you can be suburban, but you still from Memphis. Memphis is just Memphis. It's
Mhm.
not, it's like a big hood. It's no way you can just be, you can be, I know bougie Memphis people, but they even be hood. Like it's
They be
no
in the
way,
hood too.
yeah, it's no way around. It's like a very rich thing. And I feel like I just want us to give each other some grace because we all kind of had to grow out of the environment we came from.
That's true.
And yeah, and I think that's been a lot for like people like me, Sean, K Michelle, and we had to do it in the front of the world.
Yeah.
Even Finesse 2 times, I'm looking at him praying for him.
Finesse is so talented.
Yeah, I'm praying for him, but that's what we go through, and it's
Mhm.
from Memphis, and I don't like how we kick each other while we down, or kick each other, or I felt like when I was like in the spotlight a lot, with the Love and Hip Hop thing and stuff, I felt like it was a lot of Memphis people that kind of tried to tear me down in a way,
Mhm.
and
Wow.
while I was there, it was okay, but I want to do the opposite. Like I want to see Finesse and say, Finesse, you got this, bro. Like
Yeah.
don't let this shit break you. Because I know you wanted it. I remember talking to Finesse back long time ago and knowing how hungry he was when Larry was managing him. So don't lose focus of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Keep,
He got the
I
talent to get everything back. Like Finesse has a not a distinct sound, but
it's
it's a
raw.
unique sound.
Yep.
I'm telling you, and I'm telling you something. When Finesse first got out of jail, and I saw Finesse, he signed with Universal or something, and he had
Mm-hmm.
all of those that paper in his hand. Those were he had been in jail writing. I promise you.
Yep.
I
Yep.
felt I was totally reminded of Tupac because that's exactly what Tupac
Mm-hmm.
did.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I want to see all of us do good. I just want to see, and I know this cliche and it sounds cliche, but I really mean that. Like from the girls to the men, I want to see everybody do good and excel and just be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Just get
Yeah.
your money. Let's try to lift up the next generation and let's try to give back to our community and raise our community up because the National Guard wouldn't need to be there if we was doing what we supposed to do.
I absolutely agree. And as I always try to say on this show, the way to the top is not off of stepping over the back
Mm-mm.
of your brother or your sister because you're building a sand castle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna last when you do it like that. So I
Thank
think I agree with you. We got to get back to building solid foundations.
Yes.
Sometimes it may take a little bit longer, but at least it's solid.
Yes, that's the whole point. It can't be broken, and that's what stands the test of time. Like, and that's why I mentioned Atlanta because I even noticed that. Like, I love Atlanta. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying it. I have enjoyed it. The time they have given me plenty of opportunity, and I appreciate it. But I also know I'm not from here.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah, yeah,
they look out for their own. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
certain opportunities that I might be presented, but an Atlanta girl might be presented as well. And they're gonna pick the Atlanta girl. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Then that's
yeah.
okay. And that's what they're supposed to do if there's, unless I'm, don't do it if I'm more deserving of it and I really deserve it talent wise or whatever. But they just look out for their own and I want us to be in a
And I was gonna
position.
say, and we got to start doing the same.
Exactly. We got to get our city in a position to where we can do the same thing. Like we got some big people came from our city. We got Elise Neal. She's big.
Yeah.
That's a staple in the acting community.
Yes, she is.
So she's doing stuff to give back. She told me about a acting school she's doing down there and a thing she's doing to bring back awareness. I think they're doing some type of studio or movie.
Really?
Yeah, they doing some big
Wait a
stuff
minute, is
coming
that what
up.
they're doing? Like in Whitehaven across, they were supposedly gonna do some type big studio, almost similar to a Tyler Perry, across from the
Yes,
Whitehaven Walmart.
yes, it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's supposed to be. That's been in the works for a while now.
Yeah,
So things like that is what we need, so we can start making some of these decisions and moves and making our families and stuff better, and our generations
and
to
create
come.
generational wealth.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
shouldn't have to go running to Atlanta to shoot anything. We should be able to shoot right there where we are in Memphis. We got plenty of land. We got plenty of beautiful space opportunity and beautiful people. We should be able to film there as well. We shouldn't have to run anywhere else. So I think that's what we are. I think that's what everybody's kind of getting the perspective of, and we're trying to put things forward to do that. So I mean, I think it took a lot. I mean, it takes a lot, but it can be done.
It can be done. I feel like the atmosphere I feel like the atmosphere is changing.
Me
I just
too.
do. I feel like because when you think about even like people that hey, I learned recently, Aretha Franklin is from Memphis. She's
From
the
Memphis.
queen.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of this city, God bless this city with just a lot of talent.
A lot of talent, a lot of talent. And if they're not directly from here, it's some descendants or something from here. Because you got to think
Hmm.
Memphis is the hub, is a hub city.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, if a city was on the river, everything came through there.
Hmm.
So that's like I said, the most beautifulest land in the world. I love me some Memphis. It's my heart and my. I love Memphis. I love y'all, and I just want everybody to know that if they need me, I'm trying to come back and help out whenever I'm needed. And I feel like it's a purpose behind it. I got my foundation. I just started Keep the Change
Oh
Foundation.
my God.
Yeah, so that's for single mothers and homeless people because I can relate to both. I have been raised as a single mom home, not taking anything from my dad, but from for a while it was just it was me and my mom. That's a single parent home, but he was
Hmm.
once he got himself together and came back, got out of jail and things like that, he was never missing. But it's just I
Hmm.
still was in it's just me and my mom. So
Yeah.
that's something that I felt like needed to be tapped in and nurtured. And then the homeless community. I have been homeless before, not long periods of time or anything like that, but I have experienced it just,
Hmm.
in the wake of moving around and trying to figure out what's next. I
Hmm.
always had a house or home to come to if I wanted to come home to Memphis. But sometimes you might have been I was maybe been embarrassed to come home or felt
Hmm.
like they might look at me a certain way. I thought you was getting money, da 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 da, and fell deep into the despair of being homeless. And it took certain people and certain and praying and God to get me out of there and take me to my next miracle and my next blessing to get out of there and never return. So I want to give back to that part of it. The
Yeah. How
just
did you end up on Love and Hip Hop?
okay. So I was living in Miami and I was dancing and I started rapping. Like a few months into rapping, Flow Rider. I don't know if you ever heard of Flow Rider, but
Yeah, Flow
okay.
Rider.
Yeah, he reached out to me and I probably hadn't been rapping number like 6 months. But before that, I was really known from being in videos. And when I went to Miami, I was dancing in the club and they felt like I looked like Trina. And all the Miami people used to tell Trina about me. So it came to a point where she actually came in the club to see me and met me, and we've been friends ever since. So I
Hmm.
kind of had like a reputation down there. They love Memphis people. I never like they were so good to me down there. Like they just embraced me. Like they love the countryness. Even my other friend Kim that's from Memphis, they embraced us like in down
Hmm.
there. So when I started rapping, I guess he heard about it and he asked me would I sign with him. And I signed with him. So that kind of had me on the radar of people in the industry. And then I was cool with Jocelyn because Jocelyn worked in the club with me. So when
Mm-hmm.
I used to come to Atlanta and stuff like that, I'll see her and we'll go out together, whatever, and we'll take pictures together, whatever. And I think like the Love and Hip Hop producers would see that. And producers, now that I have my own show and I'm an executive producer, we are very nosy. We investigate things, we see everything. So I think the producers of the show seen that I was cool with Jocelyn. I had a rap career, and I think they kind of knew my reputation at that time. If I want to be humble about it, my reputation, I used to just kind of cut up a lot down there in Miami. So I'm trying to say it in the best way I can, but I used to do a lot of cutting up. So I think they kind of. It was one season. I don't know if y'all remember, but it didn't phase me at all. But she had cut up real bad at the reunion one time and beat up a lot of people and acted a fool. Her and Stevie. I think that was the year before I came. She had tore the reunion up. Jocelyn had tore the reunion up. Like,
Yeah, when they
yeah,
said she was like she was in a trance.
yeah. So I think after this, I was looking at it laughing, like, because that's like mediocre compared to the stuff we used to do at work. So, so I think that kind of scared them as producers, and they was trying to, and they didn't want to lose her though, because she's such a big, you can't take nothing from her. She TV gold. So I think they were trying to bring somebody in that could kind of neutralize the situation per se. I won't say she was scared of me or anything like that, but she knew she couldn't do the same thing to me she did to everybody else. Cause I knew her for real. Like I seen things for real that I'd be like, girl, I don't know why y'all scared of this girl like that. So I think they had to bring somebody in to kind of neutralize things because it's like she was scaring everybody.
Yeah, they were
You
scared of
know, so when I came in, she was kind of on some, I don't know her. And it didn't make sense because I was like, now, Jocelyn, girl, are you serious? I done drove you home before. Like, we are cool. It's no way you can sit there and tell. The people in Miami couldn't believe it. They was like, is she, like, she done lost her mind to sit here and say, she don't know you. Like, this gotta be a joke. Everybody thought this was a joke. I even thought it was a joke. But I played with her. I played into it because you know, us Memphis girls, we players. You know,
it.
we know
I'm
how to
telling
play.
you.
We know how to play into thing, girl. You know me, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you have it. But I'm gonna wait till I get in your face, and I'm gonna see what you gonna say if you know me or not.
I remember you
So
walked in there and said, "Yeah, I heard you was looking for me."
looking
I
for
knew
me.
she. You know what? Because I said, now she's from Memphis. I was like, I know Jocelyn ain't gonna swing on her, but I think she did try to swing on you around or something like that.
But
But
this
the
the
producers broke
thing.
y'all apart.
This the thing, Tamara. I had just got out of a little situation before I got on Love and Hip Hop. So I almost didn't even get on Love and Hip Hop because they don't play about the records. Like if you got stuff on your record and violence and things like that, it's like, I don't know about you. They won't hire you to do it.
Right.
And it's so crazy because shout out to K Michelle again. She was like, what is going on with you doing Love and Hip Hop? She was kind of out of Love and Hip Hop at the time I came in. She had just left, but she was willing to come back to introduce me. So I was like, I can't do it because they saying something about my record and I gotta pay for a lawyer. She's like, how much do you need for a lawyer? And I told her she gave me the money to pay for the lawyer. So
Wow.
that's how I cleared everything off and was able to even get on the show because they don't even play all of that like type of thing. You know, so what was we talking about that made me tell you that I lost my
With
train of thought.
Jocelyn swinging on you?
Oh yeah, so they told me on like they used to tell me once they hired me, Jessica, like Dime, you absolutely cannot fight. You will be fired if you fight. You cannot fight. You can try and throw a drink or throw something, but you can't swing or fight anybody. But when I sat up and thought about it and looked back at the situation, they was doing it for her. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Yeah.
they knew that if I knew I could really fight and wasn't gonna lose my opportunity, it was gonna be bad. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they neutralized it. They made it easier for her to deal with me. Cause that was their star. It didn't come to
Hmm.
me till years late. It didn't come to me till like a year or two later. I was like, they was lying. I could have fought if I wanted to. Dang, like
She
cause
stayed fighting.
right, I fought after that, and they didn't make no. They fined me a little bit for it because they said it was so bad they had to edit it to make it look okay for TV. But they did fine me for it, but I didn't get fired for it. But they had me
Right.
thinking all that time, my first season, that I was gonna get fired if I fought. So that's why I never really tried to actually fight anybody. I threw a drink and went away or did something like that because I didn't want to be fired because this was a big opportunity to me. I'm coming off of dancing, being signed, asking to be released, not knowing what's next, and then they calling me for an opportunity for Love and Hip Hop. I'm like, damn, I can't act a fool. You know what I'm saying? So they kind
Yeah.
of had me right there. So that's why in that scene I came and I picked, instead of swinging on her, I picked up the money and threw it back at her because that's the only way I could think to fight back without actually fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Her ass was moving along though.
She was, baby.
She didn't try you like she did Carly Rae.
No, we actually end up getting cool after that. And I was at the, if you look back when she exited out of Love and Hip Hop and she told them she was quitting, she wasn't coming back no more. Me, Stevie, and Melissa was the only people she was even willing to have a conversation with at their reunion. So we ended up cool. You know, we ended up cool. We ended up cordial. We didn't have no problems. Jocelyn, she loved me, honey. She knew what was up. She loved me.
Was her show has been a big hit. You know, she's gone
Mm-hmm.
on and did. I remember when she first came in and how, you know, but I guess Steven knows TV. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah, for
he
sure.
knows TV. So he knew what to do to get what he needed out of that. But
Yes.
Jocelyn has gone on to greater things because I think her cabaret, they take that on the road. And what you're
Yeah.
doing is similar to like what Monique did with remember Monique had a show called
Charm School.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Except
think
for
that
I'm
show is
tapping
kind of
into
similar to that?
it's kind of similar to that, except I'm tapping into their talent too. I want them to have an out. Like, you know, dancers, I don't want them to think that that's all they have. You know, like it's gotta
Mm-hmm.
be something else that you have that you're good at that we can tap into, whether it's a business or, you know, can you sing? Can you dance? Can you rap? You know, can you do hair? What business idea do you have? Can you cook? Maybe you could start a restaurant. So
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to help them tap in because that's what happened with me. I was dancing and then somebody came to me and was like, have you ever tried to rap? You could be a rapper. All you do is rap the songs. You don't really dance like that. You know, it was somebody else seeing something in me that I didn't see in myself. And that made me step out of the club because once Flow Rider gave me the contract, my agreement was that I had to stop dancing. I had to hang up my dancing shoes. And now I'm on the live with Tamara. Oh, okay. I'm doing the live. This my husband, Tamara.
Tell him I said hello, and I'm so proud of him. And I'm hoping that he become a coach for either I said the Grizzlies, but I mean I love Penny too. So I mean if he go over there, I'll be okay with that too.
But tell her don't I be listening to her every day.
Oh man, for shit, so long. Years.
And don't you know she just came into the chat? Like she was just in the chat one day. Like she had been coming into the chat. I didn't even know it was her just talking. And then when I started talking about the Memphis mayor, and she had an interest in that, I was like, I wonder if that's the Jessica Dime that I just happened to ask her randomly. And she was
Man,
like,
she
yeah.
been
I was like,
following you
oh my
for
God, she never
years.
said nothing.
Yeah, she told me, she said she from Memphis. She from Memphis. I'm like, all right. She acting like she know you though. And I kind of find out about some years. I'm like, you don't know this lady or nothing. You listen to this lady every day, all day. She's like, yes, she good.
I'm
I
gonna come
told
get him like
Jessica, I said Jessica is such an inspiration because she talk about like going from like the club to getting on Love and Hip Hop, and she really was like the star because you know she was when she got on there, and then you all brought your love story on there. That's extremely inspirational, and especially with you coming from Memphis and all the successes that you've had, like as an NBA player and all of that. I think Jessica's story and your story really inspire people. That's why I told her, she's like, well, my husband been coming to Memphis quite a bit. I was like, yeah, because I want him to sign with either the Grizzlies or the Tigers to be a coach or something like that. So and then you will have to move back to the city.
Yeah. I told her the city need her down there though. They missing a
Yeah,
person like her.
they do. And I'm glad that she said talked about a nonprofit organization, because it's a lot of young ladies in Memphis. They want to do better. They just need some guidance. They need, like, I think that coming from Jessica, like I've never been through some of the things that these young ladies have gone through. I can inspire them, but coming from somebody who has gone through it and said, well, look at me, I was able to come out of that. That's so inspirational. That really inspires young women. I was just telling them before she even came up, she need a key to the city, and the city needs to give her organization. Y'all know how I be doing it. The city needs to give her organization some money so that she can start to help these young ladies. She is definitely needed. That's a need for the city of Memphis.
Well, I think when they see she back like this a big thing for her. When they see her doing that, like I told, there's rooms that she ain't got to knock on the door she can go in. But once they see her involved in that type of stuff with the nonprofits and stuff like that, they gonna be, head over heels for her, and they gonna move the needle
Mhm.
for her. I think.
I think so too. I think so too.
Oh,
It's just,
thank you,
again,
Tamara. Thank you so
Jessica,
much.
Paul Young. I know a lot of people how they feel about Paul Young, but I've always said, because I like people, I don't talk about them, okay? And so I
Mm-hmm.
said, well, I go to church. I go to their church. I've gone to their church forever. Like, I've left and went back, and they've always somehow Jessica went out. Jessica somehow she went out, but she's still in the back studio though. It says that device not connected, so something happened with her phone. Okay, now I'm gonna get ready to let you back up. But I was getting ready
I
to
don't know
say,
what
just
I
I don't know
did.
what happened and knock you down.
I
But what
think
I
when
was
I
getting
was
ready to say is, Paul, but those funds and stuff that they have for nonprofit organizations that they have there. I mean, I'm so happy that you have a nonprofit, because hey, you could bring you. I mean, that's a need for the city of Memphis. We see like how many young girls that are getting caught up in human trafficking, and I know
mm-hmm.
that because in my investigative work, how many families like
Wow.
have called my company had called my company in the past when I was doing private investigative work,
Mm-hmm.
talking about um their daughters and stuff that have been missing.
Mm.
A lot of them have been
Yes.
snatched up and put into human trafficking. And then when these girls are put into trafficking like that, they want to say that they're runaways. All of these girls are not runaways.
No.
Some of them just walk into school or something like that, and they snatch them up. And when they get these girls back, Jessica, a lot of times, hey, even with the counseling and stuff, sometimes they lose hope. And so
Yes.
organizations like yours, hey, it's definitely needed. I'm talking about with your inspiration of saying, listen, even though I may not have gone through that, I've still gone through hard times. You're a familiar face. Hey, you give them inspiration.
Yes, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to do anything to empower and help the next generation go through stuff and not go through the things that we went through or that I
Hmm.
went through, my generation, because that's the whole point of it. Why does this keep doing this? Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's the whole point of it, and I feel I wish I would have got started a little bit earlier, but me having my kids really made me see, like, wow, it ain't just really all about me. And I just recently did a show on called Plastic Surgery Rewind,
Hmm.
and I'm not gonna lie, when they approached me about the show, it was really all about me getting some money to do whatever I was gonna do, and
Hmm.
see if I was gonna do the surgery or not. But when I actually went in there and did the show, it was more so a surgery on the inside. Like it felt like I was able to really understand the logic behind the thing, some of the, not everything, but some of the things that I've done. Not in a bad way, just me coming to terms with I have been influential and I can change the trajectory of what I may have influenced girls, or I'm not gonna say I influenced them to do the dance, but I just want to make sure I right any wrongs that I may have done. If I may
Mhm.
have made somebody think, oh, let me dance too, or da 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 da, or if it may have seemed like I was glorifying something, I want to make things right. So they can know ain't nothing wrong with doing what you're doing, as long as you have class and morals to what you're doing. But I
Right.
also don't want to glorify anything either, you know,
Right.
but I'm not showing you either. We can make something out of nothing. That's what we do. So
Mhm.
that's all I really been trying to kind of accomplish personally is dealing with being an influence, dealing with the influence I may have had in the past on people or on girls in the past. And I just want to make sure going forward, I know I ain't perfect. I ain't trying to be perfect. I'm that Memphis still gonna come out now. But I'm gonna try my best to be a good example as much as I can.
Yeah. And I think the mere fact that God took you from one place and brought you all the way to where you are now. And then, I mean, your humbleness, like even just being on my live, you know what I mean? Another
Mm-hmm.
Memphis girl, and not saying, well, I'm, this, and no, like just the humbleness of it. Like I feel like doors are consistently opening for you
Yes, ma'am.
because you touch and you bless other people. Like I said, when I saw you on there, Jessica, she says my favorite video was Jessica Dime is with Swag Jag. Pull up.
That's another Memphis girl. Pull up. When I tell you, there was a girl. I came home one time to do something with Swag Jazz. She was like, "Dad," she called me her godmama, and she was like, "Mama, will you come out with me to my show?" I said, they ain't gave me no money, but I'll go ahead and come. So I went on to the show, and she's performing, and then they play Pull Up, and I was like, she rapped it, and I was like, oh, okay. And I'm looking, I was like, I know she finna make me rap my verse. So she came over there, she gave me the microphone. I got it on video. I'm gonna send it to you when we get out live. Do you know I couldn't even hear myself rapping my verse of that song in the club? They was rapping every word. And I was talking so much mess in that song. They had no.
Jessica, somebody in the chat named Mac E said hello.
Hey, is which Mac
Eric
is that?
Mitchell said, hey, Lola, little brother Mac E.
Ah, okay. Hey, E, how are you? He is something else, honey. Yes, that's Boo brother. Um,
Oh,
and
that's Boo's brother.
yeah,
Okay.
that's Boo brother. E, yeah, E something else. Let's just say that's Gangsta Boo brother. But
So
shout out to E, shout out to Fuller. How y'all doing? I know they on there listening. If E right there, Fuller
I don't know why it keeps okay. Something keeps knocking her
on
down.
around, it can't. When I move my phone around, it kind of
Oh,
messes
okay, it
up.
knocks you down.
Mm-hmm.
So Jessica, what channel is your show on? I know you told me one time before in the chat.
Child, it's this channel called Now That's TV. It's an app like Zeus.
Okay.
So they are. When I first went over there, they was new. They was like maybe a year old or whatever. Um, and you know, I feel like things didn't get handled accordingly as far as the ending of my show, rewarding the winner of my show, and making it situation right. But it is on Now That's TV. Y'all can watch it on there, season 1. But season 2 will be somewhere different. And I'm gonna just say this season 1 probably will be somewhere different soon as well. But I'm just praying to God about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the Mint was viral. It was on Sundays. It was a show where they was watching Baddies, Jocelyn show, and my show. And I don't know. I don't know if it was maybe too much for the network beginning off, because I still had to be paid a certain amount every time a certain amount of people watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And things happened, and we kind of had a disagreement. So I'm still in the midst of trying to figure out what's going on with that. But if you want to go watch it, it's on Now That's TV. the
Okay.
actual show. And people watch it and they send me clips of them watching it and stuff like that. But I feel more comfortable when it's back in my arms and I can kind of put it where I want to put it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what's going on. And I mean, and I, my journey is far from complete. I never, the way I've moved around, I never knew what my next move was. I did go to college and do stuff like that, and I didn't finish and stuff like that, but I've always been afforded and been blessed to have opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Just when I thought I wasn't gonna have nothing else, something always presented itself. So, I told my husband one day, I was like, you've been tall for a long time, and when you got to a certain age, you knew pretty much what you were gonna do in life. You knew once you picked up that basketball and you was over 6 feet tall, you knew you had a good chance of going to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So that was your focus, and that's what you did, and you did it very well at that. You did it, you made it, you accomplished it. But my life is a little bit different. I never really know what's next. I have
Mm-hmm.
never had a set, like how somebody that can sing. They even if you can sing, some people don't never make it big singing, and they be the best singers in the world, and then some do. My situation has, and then you could say that about ball players too, but certain ones of them, they know when their life gonna change, when them agents and stuff come knocking at they know, and they start getting in certain rankings and stuff, what you're gonna be. My life has never been planned out like that. I never know what's next. I never know what God gonna do for me next, but it always be bigger than the time before. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just going with God, riding the wave of what I have next, and I know whatever it is that I do next is going to be bigger than before. So I just am waiting on that, and I just keep moving forward doing my music because there's something that I probably won't ever stop. I mean, I'll probably be old and gray still writing music, but that's all. I'm just focused on music. I'm doing a project with Drama, The Beauty and the Beats. I'm filming and preparing for season 2 of my show. Dimesgiving is my focus right now. Just get my foundation up and going so I can actually really make some changes in the community. And my kids and my family really just preparing for what's next because I know, like you said, I feel it. It's my time to just really make a
Mm-hmm.
difference, So that's what I'm on a mission, and I'm gonna
And I
do
think
it.
you linked up with the right person because I think you're a drama boy. Get ready to hit a lick. I'm
Thank you
so,
so much. And we so excited about it. Like we start tomorrow, like on the project. We already work out the time, but for us to solidify, okay, me and you just gonna do a project, just me and you. And for us to just solidify that and start on it tomorrow is huge. So, I mean, nobody else's beats are gonna be on this particular project that I put out. It's gonna only be me and drama beats and me rapping or
mhm.
singing. I might do a little singing here and there. I don't know. I'm creating and I'm in a good space. I'm so happy. I'm blessed. I got good friends, good family, husband, A1. I can't complain, honey. I am
Okay,
blessed,
Bonnie and Clyde. Okay.
baby. Okay. So, and my husband don't do music and stuff. That was never his skill. So he don't mind me getting help from drama or this or that. Actually, the reason why me and drama linked up is because Sean invited drama to my birthday party a few years ago, and me and drama just ain't separated since. We done just kept coming up with stuff to do with coming up like we done did the Beauty and the Beats. We did this, we did that, we did songs together. So we
Did
about
drama
to
did drama ever do beats for young Dolph? Did he ever work with Dolph?
he did work with Dolph. I think he did a couple of with Dolph. Dolph was I'm trying to think, what did drama do with Dolph? He did a big one with Dolph. Trying to
Because
think.
now
I
I
gotta
know
look
he
it
did
up.
a song with Gotti, that "What Up" song.
Oh
That's one of
yeah.
the ones I really love. What up? What up?
Yeah,
What up,
that's
Memphis? Yo,
still.
what up?
Yep. What up? What up? Well, he did 3-6 in that song. I remember that. Well, he
Yeah,
ain't dissed them, but he said her G ain't
yeah,
like me.
he
But
did.
yep, I remember that.
That's
I kind of
that's
I
one
be
of the ones
confused.
he got. That's one of he got two that I like. That's one of them. And see, I didn't know until Mr. Ian told me that Drummer Boy was the one that did that beat. It was the beat
Mm-hmm.
that made the song.
Drummer did a lot of beats that you would
Hmm.
like. So many Jeezy beats you think of Tip Ti. He did
Really, he
a lot of
worked with
Ti.
Jeezy.
What?
Oh my God, that's
Some
what.
of
Don't you know
Jesus'
Jesus
biggest
gonna be in
records.
Memphis? Don't you know Jesus gonna be in Memphis? The dentist, what's his name? The dentist that always throw the extravagant parties. His office is right in the same building. You know what the First Memphis Plaza is? I know
Mm-hmm.
you know in the Whitehaven area. Okay,
Yeah.
his office is right above my Derek Payne. Uh,
Oh yeah, that's my daddy
he's gonna
friend.
be at Derek Payne's next month at Derek Payne's event. Jeezy.
Is he performing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I might come to that. I
Yes.
might come to that. I ain't gonna lie. That's my favorite rapper, so everybody know that. Like, and Jeezy is a 100 guy too. I met Jeezy a couple times. Jeezy is super cool. Um, but yeah, that's somebody I would want to interview on our podcast too. Is Jeezy. But yeah, Drama got big records with Jeezy.
Wow. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Drama Boy. Look it up. Look up Drama Boy and Jeezy. He got a couple of with Jeezy that was big records. Put On for My City was produced by Drama.
What?
Yes. Yes, that's a drama beat.
See, I didn't know that.
I put on for my city. That is drama.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a drama beat.
And
Yes,
see, they
ma'am.
need to they need to
I hit
give
him up
Drama his
about
props too, because Drama
that
has really he
that
is
Jeezy,
really
bitch,
dropped
I'm
some hot beats.
amazing. Look what I'm blazing. Drama did that too. That's drama beat. That amazing by Jeezy. That's drama. Uh Waka beat. What's that Waka song? Everybody like. Know the way you're moving, got me in a trance. DJ, turn me up, ladies, it's your chance. No, 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 no. Do it with no hands. Drop it to the floor. That's drama beat.
Wow. See, I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Drama
Shout out
got
to
some
Drama
crazy.
Boy.
Drama
That's
got a
why I wanted
crazy
to know if he had done
discography.
actually did some beats with did some songs with Dolph, because you know my chat that we real big Dolph lovers over here.
I'm trying to think, what did Dolph and Drama do? Now, Dolph and Drama was cool, so they did something. They did a few things together. I think Dolph was on Drama Welcome to My City tape.
Okay.
Yeah, they worked together too, cause Pat still be around. Pat, who used to engineer for Dolph. Yeah, just look it up.
Okay.
I don't know what all Drama did for Dolph, but he did some stuff for Dolph too. He do stuff for everybody. He like a Memphis ambassador. Like he never is with nobody being against each other. He like
Hmm.
Boo, like how Boo was. Like they always want us to work together and they always trying to link us all up and stuff. Always trying to help. Like I never know Drama one of the people that just ain't got a bad bone in his body. Just a good guy.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
that's good. I
Talented.
said Jeezy had a black tie affair with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra back in October, celebrating his birthday. I like Jeezy. I do. I like Jeezy a lot. He's so handsome.
I wanted to go to the one in Vegas, but I ended up having to do something here when they just had it. But he's supposed to have performed with a symphony in Vegas. I wanted to experience that, but I didn't get a chance to do it. But I bet that was really nice.
So, Jessica, would you ever consider doing like like national reality TV again, like a Love and Hip Hop?
That's crazy
Similar.
because that's crazy. Kay Michelle asked me that earlier when we was on the phone. Uh, like I told her, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to doing TV again. I just, I got on Love and Hip Hop because I thought it was gonna help my music. Honestly, I thought I was gonna like, be able to show because they look at Love and Hip Hop like a graveyard for older rappers. But I wasn't an older rapper coming on there. I was new, so
Hmm.
it was like the opposite. So I would want to approach it differently maybe if I got back on a national reality show, but I definitely would do it. It's fun. I love TV. I'm good at it. I've even got into my producer bag now. So yeah, I think TV.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think TV will probably always be around for me, and if it presents the right opportunity, yeah, I will. I want you to go check out the one I did on ETV too. I was on there with Aubrey O'Day and different other people of different cultures, and it was fun. I was the only black girl on the show, and it
Shout
was
out to you.
yeah, it was fun. It was a whole different league. It was Dr. Terry DeBrow. He's a huge doctor in California, in LA, in Beverly Hills. So it was a different market that I tapped in, but that was pretty big to be on E network. You know, that's the Kardashian network. You know,
Yeah,
that's the one that's like different. I've had so many different people from different races hit me up after I've done that show and be like, I never heard of you before, but I really love you. And I just was like, wow, that's super cool to have all type of people from different walks of life tap in with you so you can kind of bring them into your world.
yeah. That's well, I'm
Mhm. But
telling you, they
I'm
really
open to
looking
it.
in on Memphis. I'm telling you because I just did something with OWN and Oxygen. I learned are the two of the same. Some producers, hey, contacted me about doing a crime show, and I
Ooh.
actually went. When was it, Diane? Like 3 weeks ago now, because at first I didn't think it was real, and they started sending me all the scripts and all of that, and then she was
Ooh.
like, told me when it was gonna air. That told me I couldn't say the name of the show yet, but it's a show that comes on, like it's a on that network. And then the
Wow.
producer reached back out to me and was like, listen, we're doing two more shows down in Houston. Would you like to, learn what you learn the cases, and we would like to use you again. Hey, I told my mom, I said, I ain't never talked for 5 hours straight, like 5 hours straight. They had me there. We
So
went
you
to
basically
a
had to
mansion in Midtown. They came to Memphis.
so you actually had to narrate.
Yes.
Oh, that's huge.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Look, I wish I had a little thing. That is big. I'm finna be ready for that. Cause your voice, that's what, like my husband just told you. I always listen. Like I'm one of those people. I be in the bushes. Like because when you say they used to tickle me, because I'd be like, oh, they talking about me because I'm showing in the bushes. But your voice is so soothing, and you can be serious, and you can be, professional sounding, and you can be ghetto
And
too.
when I
That
get mad that South Memphis come out,
yeah, you can
but the
give it
guy was
all
like,
to
Miss
them,
T,
baby.
you
So they
say
they
words
nothing
I
wrong
ain't
with
even
that.
think you could say. Like I said, look, I grew up in South Memphis. We grew up cussing.
I'm talking about grew up cussing. We were woo baby. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's facts.
Well, let me
And
ask you this, Jessica, because I know all of the guys want to know. Like, and Jessica is married, because it ain't no disrespect to Sean or anything
mhm.
like that. But it's about women empowerment. Like, do you consider like yourself to be like a sex symbol? Like, do you?
Mm. You know what? I would say probably so. I would say I've never had to been put in a position where I had to be made sexy. It kind of just oozed off of me. It's just in me to be sexy. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so yes, I would say so because it just naturally just has been sexy. Is just me. I just love sexy. It's just
Mm-hmm.
always been a feminine thing. Even though maybe younger, growing up, I probably was a little tomboyish here and there, but I'm very feminine, very want to wear heels everywhere, nails done, very sexy, very shape. I've always tried to keep myself up. I don't never just let myself crazy go.
Right.
I'm in the gym every day pretty much. I'm gonna run or go to the gym or do something physical. I might even go climb Stone Mountain. I do stuff like that. So sexiness just kind of oozes from me. It's something that I cannot get away from. And it's also something that nobody has had to make me be. I'm just naturally that. Like I'm just naturally sensual and sexy. I was a dancer that
Mm-hmm.
I never knew how to do a pole trick, but I made money like the girls that did pole tricks. But this come from being sexy. Like,
I got your pictures up right now. You got the red hair and stuff.
oh yes, thank you. See, that's just sexy. Like
Right.
I didn't have to think about posing like that. It just kind of comes natural. And I think that's a gift.
It is. It is. Look at
Hmm.
you. I like
That's
that red hair. That's cute. Is that a wig?
Yep, that was a lace wig. A girl in Miami did that. I was actually performing at Trina's event right there.
Okay.
And when I perform, I've never been nervous. Like how I'm walking up there like that. I've
Mm-hmm.
never had like butterflies or been nervous or nothing.
You
It
got
was.
up there and did your thing.
Oh wait a minute. Let me say hi to Alicia. Hey, Sean.
He been up there kissing his girlfriend.
What? You been kissing? Well, I need to talk to them. I need to talk to the auntie, the mom, and everybody.
He said they're gonna
I need to know the whole family. I'm coming down there. They got me messed up by my son. Kissing somebody, boy.
Well, you know he probably gonna be he
That's my
probably gonna be
stepson
tall
Sean
just
just let
like
me.
his dad.
Huh?
He probably gonna be tall just like his
He
dad. So you
already
gonna have some
tall, look just
issues.
like him. But it's so crazy because me and Sean been friends for so long. I remember him being a baby, and I used to see him. He was the cutest thing to me. I used to be like, I want a baby, Sean. But I mean, we was cool. But I used to be like, he's so cute. I know I wasn't finna have no baby then, but it's just he was just the cutest thing with the biggest cheeks. I just was like, oh my god. But yes, that's my stepson. He down there in Memphis. He was up here with us for a little while, but he in Memphis now, and he doing real good. He play basketball. He's really good. He's really tall. He a good
Wow.
boy. He's a good kid.
Oh,
Period.
he going
Like
to the league. He's gonna
he
go to
going,
the league.
and I'm gonna claim that for my son. He is going. You hear me? I don't play about little Sean. That's Sean the second. So y'all gonna hear that name ringing bells pretty soon. And you know I got
Is
blessings.
your little boy, is he pretty tall too? Like, does he have height on him as a baby already?
Girl, yes, he 3 years old and feet be hanging out the bed. Yes, he is tall and very competitive. Very competitive already. Very much into wanting to know any kind of sports. He is already at 3 years old. He'll compete with me. He want me to go against him and play basketball on teams with him. He's really he's gonna be something too. So you know what they say. I think Sean is ready for that, that
Yeah,
part of fatherhood. So he can
yeah.
pour into his boys and stuff. And I'm pouring into my girl and trying
And
to
that's
figure
a
out.
blessing. At least he's got the experience. He's actually
Mm-hmm.
experienced it to be able to and to know, to even pour into his boys. So that's a blessing.
Yes, that's definitely a blessing. But yeah, back to what we were saying. Like, sex is, I would consider myself a sex symbol. The pink hair, the big bud, and all that stuff. Even if I didn't want to be, I probably would still consider one.
Mhm. Yeah, you are. I was telling her, I said, Jessica is so pretty.
Thank you. You are too, though.
Thank
You
you.
are too, definitely. I be seeing your pictures. You be putting your stuff on, doing your little pictures with your legs crossed. I like, okay, Deborah, I see you, girl.
So what day is the feast on?
So it's gonna be the day before Thanksgiving, and I know Visha called me and was telling me it's supposed to be a blackout taking place. So she was trying to see if I wanted to move it up a couple days to be you know, in with the rest of the blacks that's doing the blackout. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. I really want to. I feel like what I'm doing is not against the blackout, even though they said no events. I'm still feeding people that's hungry. I'm helping the community. So I don't see why I should black out. But
Mm-hmm.
if I don't black out, I mean, and I don't plan on it, but it's supposed to be the day before Thanksgiving, the 26th. I mean, that's the 26th, right? Yeah, the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Wednesday the 26th from 12 to 5 in Soulsville. And I mean, if you go to Stacks and walk right across the street, you'll see Slim House. It's literally right there.
Okay.
Right there in the hood, right there in the cut. And we gonna flood the block. We gonna block the street off. We gonna have a good time. Because it's supposed to be nice that day.
Okay. Well, good.
It's supposed to be nice that day. And it's been nice lately. I don't know how it's been down there, but it's been nice here.
It's nice. The weather is starting to drop. Like it's supposed to go in the 20s tomorrow, but then it's gonna go back
Go
up to
back up.
the
Mm-hmm.
60s. It's that weather, that Memphis weather that keep you sick.
Yes,
It'll
it's
go
here
up
too
and
though.
down.
Yes, definitely, definitely. But I mean, I'm so happy to be talking to you. I'm glad. I'm so happy that you let me come up. I really, I really hope and pray for our city. I really pray that me coming doing Dimesgiving will be something, to help. I know it may not be a whole lot, but it's just what I'm just getting started, y'all, because I had to overcome my own certain issues and just kind of realize how important my role is, in my city. We
Mm-hmm.
all kind of go and leave and come back and stuff. You don't even realize how important your reach is. So I'm realizing how important it is, and I just want to make a difference.
In your time away when you were recuperating, because you have to, I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. You were in front of an audience of like millions of people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you have to understand, you don't know all these people that be
Mm-hmm.
watching. And hey, people, you have to regain your strength, because
Yeah.
sometimes people can be energy vampires and you don't even know them. And so
Yeah.
when people go away, it's to recuperate and regain their strength, people to
Mm-hmm.
pour back into them and to get back to self, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn, Jessica? In like, and I know you're trying to get off. I just want to
No,
ask
I'm not
you,
trying to get off. I'm get off whenever you're ready.
what did you learn in your time away when you were recuperating?
You
What
know
do you
what?
think that God showed you?
Uh, God showed me that whatever I have or whatever is gonna be done, it's like God wants you to be in a position that that it's only him when it happens. Like no
Mm-hmm.
other man, no other person is responsible for where you are but him. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I've been. Like it's been like a situation where I know the next thing that's going on is nothing but God, because I can't, it's nobody that I can call on to do what I want done. And if I do, it don't work out. So it's God
Mm-hmm.
making me rest and lean on him only. That's what I'm getting from my season off. And I'm getting from my season off not to care what anybody thinks of me and what I have going on, because it does not matter, at all. Like I'm coming to a place where, at one time I would be on TV on Mondays and I would have my assistant to go in and block everybody that had a bad comment. It used to be thousands of comments just
Mm-hmm.
eating me up and tearing me down. And it took a toll on my mental health, and it made me recluse a little bit. And not being supported like I feel like I should have. You know how we are younger coming up and feel like, I done supported these people. Why they didn't support me? And da 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 da. All of that was all a part of a growing experience for me. Like getting online and not being able to look at the comments and things like that. But now God has taken me and preserved me and worked on me so well to where I wouldn't dare block a comment now. Like it don't matter to me what you say about me. Like it used to affect me then, but now it's nothing. I would probably just say, God bless you, baby. I might not even say nothing. I just leave your comment up there and everything. I used to go back and try to erase all the bad comments and do all that. I don't do that no more. Because it
Mm-hmm.
does not matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Those same people will come back. I had a girl last night that came and share a thing, come up to me and say, "Oh, can you unblock me on Instagram?" And I'm just like, I blocked you for a reason. No, I can't, but God bless you, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like those same people who be saying bad things about you will come back around and try to be free, or try to be nice or say something good. So you can't even worry about what the negative people say. We go past, like Big Bank told me. He said we go past all the we go and read into all the negative comments and go past all the positive comments that say how much they love us and root for us. He said start paying attention to the positive things. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I've been doing.
Because you
Working
have
on my
thousands of positive comments, and
mm-hmm.
you have to think about too, it's
Yep.
something I'm learning too. Like, if people take time out of their day to write a negative comment, it means that they're a fan, because they came to your
Yeah.
page. It means that they are a fan. They
Yeah,
just
and they
don't know how
paying
to handle
attention.
it.
Yeah, they paying attention. So that's how I take it now. Instead of making it, having it beat me up and tear me down, and I go away and start being depressed and doing all that, I pray to God. I pray and talk to God more now. I have a relationship. I tell him everything going on like how I'm talking to you. So
Mhm.
That's the difference. That's what I've been doing when I've been put up. That's what I've been working on. And it's almost like it's a verse, I think it's Malachi 3:3, where it says he was refining and working on stuff to it became the best silver. And that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of like that's the verse I'm in right now in life. That verse right there.
Isn't it something? And
Mm-hmm.
that's something, you know what, Jessica, you have to think about too. Like a lot of what I've learned is a lot of times with the enemy, a lot of times we're in the fight. We're trying to build and we don't have time to we think about God, I'm not necessarily struggling, but in just all the way around, but I'm struggling trying to get to the prize. I got my eye on the prize. And then people
Yep.
standing back, they see that you're beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
you've already made it to certain platforms that people would only dream of, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got the personality. So
Thank
sometimes they sit back and they wish that they had that, but they will start trying to discourage you. It's not going to
you.
help their
Yes.
life, but a lot of times people don't want you to arrive. They could see that you have everything. God has blessed you with everything to be able to get to the prize, to get to the
Mm-hmm.
promised land. And
Mm-hmm.
so the enemy put his people on a mission too.
Yes. And that's another thing I had to realize. Everything is not coming from God. And and it's me praying for discernment to know the difference in those things.
Hmm.
Because that's important. And I hope everybody out here know that's so important because the devil can bless you as well. So
Hmm.
well not bless you, but he can make you feel like you being blessed because he can't bless me. But you know what I
Right.
yeah.
But because with you sitting here talking about, like, you think about all of the hardships you say that you've had just down through the years.
Mm-hmm.
That's because God already had an assignment. You went through all that to get to where you are now. There are people, homeless people, young ladies that you got to help to pull from out
Mm-hmm.
of the pits of hell. You think the enemy wants that? So if God has given you that assignment, the enemy is going to always put people on an assignment to try to keep you distracted. You get ready to start snatching some souls out of the pits of hell. The enemy don't want that.
Mm. Yes, 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 yes. That's crazy because Kay had a song like this. She sung last night. Said the devil's about to lose him a damn good friend.
Hmm. That
Yep.
sounds like it's a good song.
Woo, girl, she had us in there crying.
It sounds like a good song. The devil about to lose him a damn good friend.
Yeah, baby, because I'm with God. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that was a big one for me. I said, "Wow, okay." That's basically what we're saying. Like, you got to make sure that that you're doing whatever you're doing to glorify God, to go forward within the kingdom, to make it pleasing in His eyes. So nobody's perfect. None of us are, we can't say we haven't sinned or anything like that. But it's like God know your heart. He knows what you mean, that you mean well, that you're working on things. But we got to be more, I say, more intentional about our God and serving and praising and glorifying and putting Him first in front of everything, because that's what I'm trying to do more of.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Like I said, you already know that I'm proud of you. It's funny that you're here on my podcast because when you were on Love and Hip Hop, you were like one of my favorite, just with how humble you
Hmm.
are. And I've said that before you even came into my chat. That's something.
Thank
How
you.
things are like full circle. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
Like
Yes,
just
this is
seeing how
definitely full
humble you are,
circle.
how down to earth you are. Like even though you've been on these big platforms, you got your husband who has made probably millions of dollars, and
Hmm.
probably you too, or either hundreds of thousands of dollars. You look
Right.
at the people who you're able to communicate and be just as humble with
Mhm.
people that could only like dream of that. You know what I'm talking about? Like you can sit,
Yeah.
you treat the it's like you treat the janitor just like you would treat the president. And that is just so awesome.
And that's always what I've been taught. I have a rich background. My family is rich in background and God and culture. And my mama, she raised me good. She raised me right. We ain't always had the best, tip top relationship, but she instilled a lot of things in me that made me the woman that I am. And my daddy too. He taught me a lot. So it all starts with your background and you know, where your lineage, where you come from. It all starts there. And I could be blessed to say I have really had a good family and a foundation to come from, especially from Memphis, from my family, the Chapmans, and being my mama's daughter. And I ain't got nothing to do but do good. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they've always respected me going my own path, you know, even though they probably wanted me to do college and things like that. You know, my college was pretty much paid for, but it didn't
Mm-hmm.
go that way. But it's okay,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I'm still make sure I make my mark.
That's right. God had another route for you. He
Mm-hmm.
instead of college, he chose experience because, hey, your ministry is experience so that you could be able to touch some of these young women. Hey, everybody's mission is definitely
It's different,
different.
yeah.
It's
And I'm
different.
grateful. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful. You know, a lot of people can't, like, for a long time, I was by myself, other than my couple of friends that may have been down in Miami. But I went back and forth on the road and doing all this stuff by myself. And, you know, well, I wasn't by myself because God was with me. But, you know, when you in it and you doing it, you don't know that. But,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I came back without a stain, without a scratch. And that's a lot of people can't say that, to go all the way to another place and live and get into their culture. And like, I'm speaking of Miami at this point, like, just to go down there on my own, and that was dangerous. You know, that could have went left. So I'm just grateful God, you know, saved me for some type of reason.
So you
It
didn't know
got
anyone when you went to Miami? You didn't know
no,
anybody?
not nobody but my friend Kim, who was from Memphis, and she was down there dancing, and she flew me down there, and I stayed with her. It was just me and her though. It wasn't like we
Hmm.
had nobody else. You know,
Right.
it was just us. But we genuine. Like, me and my friend, we still friends to this day. She actually just graduated and became a doctor in education.
All right.
Yes, and I made her. She's on the board of my foundation as well.
All
So
right.
yes, ma'am. And I seen her pay her way through college dancing. So it's like, that's what she wanted to do though. That's what she wanted to do.
So
She
it
wanted to be,
served a good purpose then.
yes, she's still serving a purpose. So it's like, can't nobody never talk down about that. So, but it was just me and her, and our friend Crystal. She was there at first, but she kind of went in and out. But just consistently, it was us. But we even separated for, you know, separated, and she was here, I was there. But, you know, getting on my feet, getting down there, she was the one that helped me do that. But once I got on my feet and got my name out there, you know, I went and got my own place, own cars, everything. So it's just
Hmm.
like, but still, we were still just two Memphis girls down there in a whole nother world. But they accepted us. They were so nice to us. You know, our country spirit and our voice, the way we talk, everything, it's just interesting.
Hmm.
So when you go down there somewhere they ain't never heard or seen nothing like that, they like, not saying they ain't never seen a Memphis person before, but in the club, I don't know. We probably was one of the first ones to just kind of come in like that and
Yeah.
just, we cool with everybody. Like, everybody, we still go down there to this day, and we link up with Miami people, and they be happy to see us and everything. So
I
that
like
was
Miami, a
a
nice
journey.
city.
It's you know what, they kind of remind me, the city, the way is. I know it's a big city, but it still kind of remind you of Memphis, the in crowd of it. Like, it's how Memphis is. Like, me growing up in Memphis, I know it's probably some people in the chat that grew up in Memphis. We all kind of know each other. Like, we all kind of, if you from Memphis and you kind of known, or you this or that, we kind of all know of each other. If we ain't never met, we know who each other is. That's how it is in Miami a little bit.
Hmm.
You know, the popular people know, they know, we know each other. The groups of people know each other. They have as much beefing and fighting. It's on the water. They having fun every day. It's sun every day. Ain't nothing to be mad about, basically. So, you know, we just kind of got to make that our thing too.
Yeah, we
That's why.
do.
Did you see that render they put out where they were saying it's gonna be like a lake on the river now? Did you see that?
In Memphis?
Yes, did you see that render? They put out a render, and they said, like, going over there along under, they finna turn the whole park right there on the river into something where you can paddle boat and do all type of stuff.
Oh,
And
wow.
they gonna make it when I get off, I'm gonna find it and send it to you. And over there under where Harbor Town is right there. Before you get to Harbor Town, they want to turn all that into an actual lake that people can actually swim in and frolic.
Oh, I know exactly. Right before you go over the bridge.
Yeah, all that area back from that on back. They rent it's a render that's out. I get this email that kind of show me what's supposed to come to the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send you it. And if I feel
Okay.
like if something like that were to go on and they were to do that, that would be so
That would
amazing.
be awesome.
Oh my goodness. That's what we need.
That would be so awesome.
And it just puts you in the mind of like happiness, water. You can
Mm-hmm.
go and be free. Like that's all we need.
I've
That's
always lived around either where it had a lake
mm-hmm.
or yeah,
That's
like
probably why I was so drawn to Miami. I used to stay right there on the water in the condo. It was just something about that water and that spirit that just drove me on to the water. I don't know why.
it's peaceful. I love the water. It's so peaceful. It is.
It's
It's so
peaceful.
peaceful. Yeah, I live by the water. You know what a water is. I live by the water because there's some sickos on like if you
Yeah.
I live by the water. You know what a water is. That's all. But it's so beautiful to get up and look out your window and look at the water and stuff. It's so beautiful. But I did not know that. She fell out. She fell down again.
About the lake.
And I did not know about the lake at all. I did not. I didn't know about the lake.
I'm gonna go find it and send it to you when I find it when we get off of here. But yes, I saw that and I showed it to my husband. I said, nah, if they do this, we might be on to something.
Yeah. That
We
would
might be
be
on to
really
something.
nice because I'm gonna tell you something that remember when they did the doggy park, people made such a fuss, and now I just enjoy that doggy park so much. It's so peaceful.
Yes.
Take the dogs over there to the
Yes.
doggy park. People made such a fuss. Why they need a doggy park for? We don't need no dog. When you living in South Memphis and stuff, you be fussing about stuff.
Because you ain't used to have no pretty dog going down the street. Up a must coming through there.
I tell my dogs all the time when we walk, I said, why y'all have to let people know that I'm from South Memphis? Like, I'm trying to blend in, dog. I'm
They go
trying to
out there.
camouflage myself. Shoot.
They go out there being loud and messing with them other dogs.
The other dogs just be so nice. They walk and they be quiet with their owners and stuff. I said, dog, now y'all letting everybody know y'all ruining my cover. I'm from South Memphis.
He can't help it. Can't help it. Can't help it. There's something bad. It's gonna be on in you, not on you. That's one thing about it. That South Memphis is in you. You
I'm
cannot erase
telling
it.
you.
You cannot erase it. Okay.
Jessica, who from the city that would you like to work with? Like if you could do a song with anybody from the city.
From the city. You got to say that because I go all the way left when you say that.
I know from the
Uh,
city.
if I could do any song with anybody from the city, it'd probably be K Michelle for sure. But if it wasn't K Michelle, if we was talking rap wise, um, rap wise from the city, it'll probably be Ball and G maybe.
Yeah, Ball and G timeless, ain't it?
Yeah, they would be. I'd probably literally cry.
Yeah, Ball and G timeless.
Yeah, I literally cry if I did a song with Ball and G. Because you got to think, I did a song with Dolph, I did a song with Boo. I'm working with Drama Boy. Yeah, it'll be Ball
Drama
and G.
probably can make it happen.
I'm praying. You know, I done already tried to put that bug in his ear.
I'm telling you, he could probably make it happen. A song with Ball and G. I think she said when it moves, it knocks her down. Because she's lost connection. Okay, so here she goes back.
I'm down
Okay.
again. No, but yeah, damn, I don't know why I keep doing it. But yeah, biology would be it. Like my dream collab would be biology.
Somebody said Juicy Foot.
Oh, juicy fruit.
I like Juicy Foot. Is it Juicy Foot? They
It's
said Juicy,
fruit.
or is it Juicy Fruit?
Yeah, me and Juicy Fruit already got records together. We just ain't never put them out. Me and
Oh,
Juicy
okay.
Fruit, yeah, me and Juicy Fruit been cool for years. But there was another city situation that I felt like people tried to get in her ear, and I mean, people, not even people, it was probably one person, but you know how people see and get jealous of two girls' relationships, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and be like, why you letting her do this, or why you letting her give you advice and she ain't nobody, or this, that, and the third. They try to get in between me and Juicy Fruit, but me and Juicy Fruit have recently, we cool. Like I always check on her and stuff like that. And I actually had reached out to her and asked her could I use one of the songs we did together on one of my projects when I put out the soundtrack for the Met. So it'll be on when I put the show back out. When I put that music out, not the music I'm working on with drama right now, but the soundtrack for the show, I'm gonna put that song I did with Juicy Fruit on there because it's one of those type of songs. But
Oh,
Juicy Fruit is talented. Like me
yes.
and her get in there, we done got in there and just did songs, just freestyle. We don't have to write none down. We don't really got to write and do all that. Like she just that talented. She's
I
good.
think you and Chat need to, if y'all can,
Oh yeah, that. Oh wait.
telling you.
Oh let me take that back. Chat. But see, I know Chat. Only reason why I didn't say Chat because I know I can literally hit Chat up and be like, Chat, I want to do a song. I know I'm just waiting for the right song to give her. But yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
one of my dream collabs too, for sure.
Because Chat go hard too.
Chat
I'm
go
telling you.
crazy. Listen, Chat
Mm-hmm.
go insane. I was at 901 day. I was up there fanned out looking at filming her when she was performing. I was fanned out. I was fanned out. I love me some Chat. And Chat is sweet too. Chat is so sweet.
You could tell she down to earth. I be looking at
Hmm.
her when she go live on her Facebook page, and you could tell that she's really down to earth.
Yeah, she is. She's super down to earth. Chat is one of them ones. And she never changed. She always the same every time I see her. We always gonna take us a picture. We always gonna chop it up. And that's gonna be that. I love Chat. So yeah, Chat is one of my ones too. She one
Oh,
of my ones
they
too.
say we can see you doing something with Key Glock. I can too. I can see her doing something with Key
And you
Glock.
know what's crazy? D- You know what is crazy? So me and Dolph was always cool. So I remember I talked. Okay, so Dolph gave me that verse when I first started rapping,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Dolph probably felt like, well, I gave you a video, I gave you a verse, I ain't charge you, you ain't hardly do nothing with it, so what do you want now? But we still was cool. So every
Mm-hmm.
time I hit him up, he'd be like, "What do you want?" And I'd be like, "Well, is you gonna do the verse?" Sean said he gonna give you this. Is you gonna do the verse? He'd be like, "All right." He was like, "I want you to do something with Key Glock," and I used to be like, "Well." I wouldn't mind doing them with Key Glock, but I want to do something with you too. So it was kind of like Dolph had already said I should do something with Key Glock years and years and years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
I love the way Key Glock drops his music and his videos, everything just next level. I love it.
I'm telling you. I mean, you could tell he got that dog swag all day, don't it? I can see you and Key
Yes.
Glock doing a motivation for cash part two, like a Bunny and Clyde thing, girl, on a video. I'm telling you.
Me and Key Glock hurt them folks' feelings. But you know what? I love the whole paper route because I remember I did an event over at Lemoore On for my dad, and we did me and Drama. We did homecoming a couple years ago, and I was hitting everybody because he was like, "Can you get any more people from the city to come over and talk to the kids and thing?" So I was hitting everybody up in the DMs and hitting everybody up like, "Oh, can y'all please come over?" I ain't gonna say all the people I hit up, but I hit up a few people to try to get them to come over there and just like talk to the kids or do something. And the only people that came was Paper Route. Woo,
Wow.
Snoop, they came, they performed, they talked to them, we took pictures, everything. And I just always feel so grateful for them to them for doing it.
I'm telling you.
Always.
Wow. Shout out to Paper Route.
Hmm.
I know I had said something to Um, hey, I just think that with what Young Dolph was doing, I had spoken to somebody. I was like, we have like the Memphis, the 901 day or whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
those shows like that. We also we need representatives. Dolph still has representatives. Dolph did a lot for the city, and I feel like if his life had not been interrupted, he was still. You never know how far because he had a vision. Like that man spoke stuff into existence.
Mm-hmm.
He said it with a lot of authority. He said, I said I was going to be a millionaire. I became a multimillionaire. He said, now I'm on my way to becoming a billionaire and I'm going to be there. And to say it with so much authority, you just knew it was going to
It
happen.
was having happen. Yep. It was gonna happen. It was happening.
It was
Hey.
definitely happening. That boy, hey, his spirit lives on. But that's one of the things that I say, like, when we talk about leaders, we still had a stain of Dr. Martin Luther King on
Mm-hmm.
our city. And you got somebody like Young Dolph that had figured out the recipe, who
Mm-hmm.
God, I believe, was going to use to help to break the bondage. Because when you think about it, who has the talent? It's these young African American boys that God has given the talent, men and women, as far
Mm-hmm.
as rap. That's something that that's a talent. I can't rap. So if you can rap, that's a God given talent to be able to, just rhyme off of the top of your head.
Yes.
And so what had started happening was, God blesses us with all these talents, and people look at our community and try to find a way to take advantage of that. He give us the talent, but we're going to make the wealth off of the talent. And for God
Mm-hmm.
using a young man, he learned the recipe to help to break the bondage. I feel like in that young dog situation, I always have to come from the biblical part. God was saying, Pharaoh, let my people go. And he was using young dog because these boys and stuff get caught up, and young women get
Mm-hmm.
caught up in these contracts and stuff. That's like a Pharaoh
It
holding them in
is.
bondage.
It is.
And
It
for
is.
God to show him the recipe, and he was teaching it. We
Yep.
can't take our leaders down like that, who God has put in our community to help to liberate us.
Yes, like that's the thing. Dolph was always preaching independence, independence. And the crazy thing about it, that kind of made me be on, because at first I used to be like, wow, I want to sign to a label, I want to sign. And then I started thinking about it. It really don't make sense for me because I have spent so much of my own money getting to where I'm at. What, they gonna pay me back everything I done already spent? Like, it's like, and then they gonna benefit off of it. Then I gotta split everything. It's called 360 deals. I can't sign no 360 deal right now in my life. I done
Mhm.
put too much blood, sweat, and tears into what I'm doing for me to sign something, and then you get everything and I'm barely making it. Everybody's splitting the pot on my money, but I'm barely getting a little bit of it.
And then
No,
their
I just
kids
rather
get
grind it out.
generational wealth off of your ideas, and your kids
Yes.
barely left with anything.
Yes. So I mean, and it will, like, me and Drama Project do good, that's mine. I ain't got no, I don't have nobody to give that to but my family, my kids.
Hmm.
I don't have to be worried about it, even though I know labels can kind of get you far and get you into the algorithm and get you talked about. But I feel like shit, once I ain't get signed to a major label in the beginning, it didn't make no sense to do it now, because I done really put in all my own work. The way a label would build
Look
up a
at how
new
far
artist.
you've gone. National platform, you did more for yourself
Yeah.
than probably a label could have ever did.
Right. So it's like the grind, like the label, they get somebody who ain't never been seen, ain't never been known, maybe got a song that might be buzzing or something, or something like that, and they get them and they just put all this money into them to make them into what I've already grind myself for free into. So it just don't make no sense for me to do it unless it was like on my terms, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Unless I was totally controlling the narrative, totally controlling. I have free range to do whatever I want to do if I'm signed. That's the only way I would sign to
Mm-hmm.
somebody. Because how can you tell me anything if you come in all these years later after I've been looked over all this time and come trying to sign me now? It don't make no sense. I damn near need to be over the label. If that's the case, I need to go help
That's
y'all find
right.
other people because y'all don't even know what y'all looking for. People go and sign people just because they be buzzing at the moment and then they don't have no longevity. because,
Right.
they ain't even lived a life yet, so it's kind of like that situation with me. I'd rather stay independent, do the money, drop when I want to drop, say what I want to say, and not have to worry about selling my soul and worried about stepping on by the toes. I'm cool.
Do you think you've learned the business? Like, do you think that like learn the business?
Oh yeah, I know the business back and forth. I know,
Mhm.
yeah, I know splits. I know paperwork, all the intricate details I've had to do. Like, I never had the privilege of having somebody do my rollout and do my cover for me and load my song up for me. I've always loaded up my own music. I've always put my
Mhm.
own music on all the platforms. I've always did my own BMI, got my own BMI number, and I'm registered as a writer with BMI. A lot of people don't even know what that is. You have to be registered as an artist because you have to get your credits for your writing and your music. It has to come to you some type of way. And the only way it's going to come to you is you have a number under BMI or ASCAP. And they have to pay you through that for your royalties. Like, I just did records for P Valley. So when P Valley comes back on, I will get paid for those records through my BMI number, my writer number. So it's things that you have to know as an artist coming in the game, whether you signed or not. You have to know these things so you can have longevity, so nobody can be able to get over on you and take what's yours, because it's easy for that to happen to you. But if you know the business and you know about split sheets and you know about, registering your songs and getting codes for your songs so you can know when your songs are being spinned and played, you have to know those things. You can't just start rapping and just rap, and
Mm,
just let somebody sign you and give you the money and you just go on. No, try to learn everything they know, try to, and if they don't want to teach you, you don't need to be fooling with them.
mhm. Do
Because
you
why you
think
don't
at
want to
this
teach
day
me?
and time that they're still like in the industry where the internet has opened, it's so much on the internet, like it has helped to open the eyes and hearing people tell their stories. We're not really in the dark like we used to. But do you think even now that the people are still like in the industry, still trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, even with so much information being out?
You mean as far as like how people get on play listings and how people go number ones, those type of things?
Yeah, and also giving them bad contracts.
Oh yeah. Um, I think that people are so um desperate for an opportunity that they don't always slow down and read and look at the fine print of things. I think people just be excited to just move forward and get money and do what they love, that they don't think about or get the proper representation to look over your contract, to see what's in it, to know what you can put in there to protect yourself from being, left out in the cold in the end. It's certain things you can put in place in your contracts that will protect you. And you won't know unless you have somebody around that really cares about you, loves you, and really wants to see the best for you. So I think going forward with a lot of the artists that's coming out showing what their contracts say. I've heard a lot of people coming out showing where they can't have families when they start sign to certain labels and things like that. I think those things that's coming out now are kind of making people more aware of what really goes on in the dark.
You
So the
said they
wood,
can't have family?
yeah, it's a girl that got a contract with a label that says, she can't get pregnant and have no family no time soon.
Oh my
That's
God.
in the contract. Like, I can't sign nothing like that. Like,
Oh my
I wouldn't have
God.
been able to sign anything like that even back then because my biggest dream was to be married and have kids. It never was to be a superstar. I used to have magazines with Toni Braxton when she had that big wedding and things like. I
Mhm.
used to love to see stuff like that. So I'm living my actual dream. So how can I sign a contract that wouldn't allow me to have no family or wouldn't allow me to have no man? Unless they approve it. It'll be
Mhm.
a man of their approval. that they link you up with. It used to be kind of like that. Love and Hip Hop used to try to do stuff like that. Like,
Wow.
let me link you up with this person from this show and let's make it a thing. But no, I can't. I gotta live my real life outside of this. This is nobody that I would actually date for real. So why am I gonna do it on TV? And I think that's a
Wow.
lot of the reason um, I've had the situations I've had maybe taken away or had to move to other situations because I won't always do what is presented to me.
Right, you didn't sell your soul.
No, I can't. You know.
That's why it was. I think that's why you made such a mark on Love and hip hop, because when you and Sean you brought had him on, I
Mhm.
mean, you could tell that y'all's love was real.
Mhm.
No, it was
Yeah.
not manufactured.
Yeah, and it was, you know, as producers, and I don't knock them, but drama and stuff sells.
Hmm.
So when they go dig deep into the life of Sean or me and what we got going on, it was no flaws there. It might be flaws there, of course, because nobody perfect, but it was no flaws that they could capitalize off of on TV.
Mm,
Like it was no like they try to bring out the worst sometime in people
yeah,
when they bring them on TV just so they can get ratings or whatever. But
and then people oftentimes divorce. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
yeah,
behind it,
divorce. You wanted
yeah,
your man, you loved your husband.
yeah,
Your
we've been
husband loved
going
you.
on. We've been married for 8 years now, together 9. So I mean, we didn't let. I mean, I don't know if we got. I mean, I got off right after I had Blessing, so it was like they didn't even have a chance to do anything. But even before that, you could. I mean, I used to hear things about them um lurking in the bushes trying to figure out what we had going on or if anything was going on behind each other back. Just little,
Wow.
things like that. So that's how they'll do it. But we solid.
So that they could capitalize off of that. But
Yeah.
you
And
know
when
what?
it's
It's
not that,
almost kind of sickening though, breaking, wanting to make money off of breaking up, especially young African American families.
I think they just be wanting the drama because they feel like that's what sells, but they got to understand and change with the times. People want to see positive influences now. They want to see
Hmm.
a nice, wholesome black family. We don't always want to see Kirk cheating on Rashida. We want to see somebody not getting cheated on. Don't
Right.
make us think that all black men cheat because I ain't never caught my husband cheating. Thank God. I mean, knock
Absolutely.
on wood, ain't nothing happening like that. And I thank
Because
God
that's
for
how they
that.
try to depict black men. When there are so many good black men out there, it's ridiculous.
It is. It is. And I have friends because I'm in the industry that I'm in. I have friends that's guys that are good guys. You know what I'm saying? One of my
Hmm.
homeboys hit me up the other day. He said, I want to do a show. I want you to help me produce a show. I want to find love, but I want to involve my ex-wife. And I'm like, oh shoot, this is crazy. You know, but he's a good guy. He's like just trying to, because he said whoever he get with next gotta, because he got kids by her, so he want to make sure they know that the wife gotta. It's just good men out there that
Hmm.
really are genuinely good men that get a bad rep or they get a bad female that change them into a bad person or in a bad man. But it's so many out there that still looking for love. That still genuine, that still want to treat a woman right. And I feel like they don't get a chance because women be going after the bad boys or
Yeah.
the players or whatever. But it's good men out there. You just gotta have yourself together. That's one thing I do want to let women know. Try to have your own self together first before you go to trying to get a man. Or I actually don't think it's even a good idea to even go trying to find no man. Let the man find you.
Hmm.
And just prepare yourself, work on yourself, try to be the best you that you can be. So whenever your man does come along, you already ready and available and open. Because one thing about men, they are strong, but they do need a strong woman that's got a voice that can help them and guide them because we're not their mothers, but we're their wives and their woman.
Hmm.
And we the second thing close to it.
Hmm.
So we got to kind of take on that role and let them feel comfortable and know that we gonna be here. We gonna stand behind you 10 toes. We know our line, we know our place, but you as well have to respect me as a woman and know that I have some type of say so and authority in this relationship as well, because I got our 100% best interest in heart. So if you could find a yin to your yang like that, then you'll be fine. You guys will be fine. As long as you be honest, communicate, give each other space when needed, everything will be great. I feel like that's just my experience though.
And let me ask you this, Jessica. Because I'm sure you're around guys that have are successful, that's got probably money in the plenty,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them are single. Like I tell people, because a lot of people go, well, men that are single is because they don't they're looking for a woman to take care of them. All men are not like that. What do you think the men that already have like a lot going on, that has, really done well for themselves? Why do you think that they're single?
Because they value themselves. I
Mm-hmm.
think it comes to a place where a man feels like, okay, I'm a man of value. And I'm not just going to go. And I think that's what a lot of men lack, value. They go around just throwing a party, doing this, sticking it in here, sticking it in there. When the real men that really value themselves don't do that. They sit back, they work on themselves, and they be single. And I think they come from a place where they got a certain thing, they got a certain woman that they have in mind that they want. And I feel like they're not willing to settle because they know that they are a man of value. So I
Mm-hmm.
know that I'm a man of value. So I'm not settling for a woman who just want to come in and uh get me to take her shopping. First thing she asking me to do is take her shopping. Like, Donna, I don't get that. That's not what I feel like needs to be taught to the girls. Like, that shouldn't be the first thing you doing when you start talking to somebody on the phone and y'all call
Right.
yourself dating. First thing you do is, you gonna pay my bills, you gonna buy me some. Men of value are not gonna deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because of course I can pay your bills. Of course I can, but why should I? You can't pay your own bills? Not that they don't want to, but what make you think I just gotta come in and just pay your bills? You know, and we're
Right.
already established woman. Now, when we get into a relationship and we start living in dealing with each other, of course, as a man, I'm gonna step up and do that. A man gonna step up and do that anyway without you even asking them to.
That's true.
So that's what I think men of value. They feel like, just like women of value, they feel like, why am I giving myself up for less than? When I can have
Right.
someone who values me, who knows what they got, who knows their role in the relationship, and they just being picky about it. And I think that's a good thing. Be picky
Mm,
about it, men. Because just like women have certain demands, men do too,
that's true.
especially men of value, men of what they call them top tier men of value, men who have their stuff together. Because if you don't, you have to protect your assets. If you get with a woman that don't have a good mind on her head, she don't necessarily got to have no money and all that. But if she got a vision and a good mind on her, then you can deal with her. You can make her the CEO of one of your businesses and help. She can help run and do that.
Hmm.
But if you get with a woman that don't want to do nothing but sit around and drink and smoke all day, or be with her friends gossiping on the phone all day, that's going to take your value down.
Hmm.
And I think
That's
that's
true.
why a lot of them stay single, because I'm not taking my value down for you,
That's true.
you
That's
know?
true.
So that's what I think. And I don't think anything's wrong with it. And I think women should carry themselves the same way.
I agree. I agree. Well, Jessica, I have enjoyed having you on here. I got an assignment. I'm back in school now, so I'm
Oh,
finishing. Yeah,
congratulations.
I'm finishing out my degree, and then I'm gonna get my law licenses.
Oh,
I don't think I'm gonna be a
yes.
lawyer, but I wanna be an investigator that also is a lawyer
Is a
that has a
lawyer.
license. Yeah.
That's
So
amazing. So I'm so proud of you. You are just elevating from the first time I listened to you to now. You are just, you becoming a mogul. Like, the name is hot. You know what you're doing. So I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait till the show comes out that you narrating. I know that's gonna
yeah,
lead to so many more opportunities for you. And I'm just proud of another Memphis woman that I can actually say I'm a fan of, you know?
Well, I'm very proud of you too, Jessica, and I want you to know that you know you were God has you for such a time as this. Like I said, a lot of times when we go to recuperate and refill, we might feel like, getting myself together. This is now God has hid you away to
Mm,
refill you so that you can go and pour into the areas that you
mm.
was predestined to pour into. And so you think about like Memphis being one of the hubs. We have a lot of homeless people.
Mhm.
But hey, before you even said anything about your nonprofit, I was going to ask you, Jessica, are you going to start a nonprofit? And then you turn around and said it. And then
Mhm.
you have young women that would look up to somebody like you that, hey, just looking for somebody to inspire them.
Yeah, so that's my whole focus. That's what I want to do going forward 2026. That's going to be my focus is, keep the change foundation and giving back and just trying to pour into the community that I came from, cuz y'all mean a lot to me, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing what I can do to be a positive influence in the city. So, I appreciate you for letting me come up. I have enjoyed you thoroughly, and everybody in the chat. Hey, y'all. I have enjoyed y'all. Um,
I enjoyed you too. You got to come back sometimes. And
I
before
will.
you
I'll
get off,
come
I want to
back.
say Jessica's Dime Giving Feast is the day
Yes.
before Thanksgiving, and it is at Soulsville down at
Memphis Slim
Soulsville,
House.
right?
It's at the Memphis Slim Collaboratory.
Okay, the Memphis Slim Collaboratory. And what would you like to say, like in closing? Because I don't want to just let you get off because I could just talk on and on and on. But what would you like to say to number one, like your fans and to people out there that may need help from your organization, or just say in closing, period. Like, what would you like to say to people?
Well, in closing, I just like to say, thank you guys for so many years of understanding, because it's been a journey. And I just thank you for all the support. Memphis is the city that made me. So I feel like if you could survive in Memphis, you could survive anywhere in the world. And that has truly oozed out of my whole being. And I just want to say, I know we as a city going through a lot, but I know we're going to get through this. And if we just keep God first and just kind of get back to our old roots, I think we'll be fine. And to my fans, y'all, just be patient. I love y'all. Y'all have been amazing. Y'all have supported me through music, family, marriage, TV, surgeries, everything. So I ain't gonna, give up. I'm gonna make y'all proud. And I just thank you for all the support, for all the loving comments. Like I said, I ain't thinking about the negative stuff no more. It's all about the positivity going forward. So in closing, that's what I want to say. I want to say I love Memphis. I love my people, my fans and supporters. I thank you guys so much. Y'all been there so many years, just encouraging me and being there along the way. So I want to just I'm gonna try more to share more and open up more with you guys, like my TikToks and you know my Instagram lives. I go on TikTok live a lot because I want y'all to see what I'm doing at home with the kids and stuff like that. So just going forward, I want y'all to try to lean on each other a little more, be more positive, keep God first, and just know that if you have a dream, long as it's something that is in God's will, it will be done. So stay safe, stay positive, and stay alert because you never know what's next, honey.
All right, Jessica, I really appreciate you coming on. And shout out to you. And you and Drama Boy, did you say y'all's podcast you start filming tomorrow?
Well, we film one tomorrow, but we film all the time. If you go on Beauty and the Beats podcast, that's our YouTube. So we
Okay,
got,
Beauty and the
uh,
Beats. Okay.
yeah, Beauty and the Beats podcast, and I think we on episode like 39, if I'm not mistaken. We just had Sammy. On he's the R&B legendary singer
Yeah.
Sammy. We just had him on. We had K Carbon not too long ago from Memphis. So yeah, go check out our YouTube and our Instagram because we drop in like probably twice a month, three times a month. We kind of try to put out our interviews with people. But tomorrow we have an interview, and then we start working on finalizing a project that's just me and Drama. Our
Okay, I'm
our
looking at it
project.
now. Beauty and the Beats.
That's us.
Tell Drama Boy I said shout out to him and I appreciate him. He
I sure
penned
will.
a
I sure. He know who you are too because I think somebody can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was a. Oh yeah. I did tell him about your podcast one day because I don't. I don't know. It was something said. I feel like he needed to hear, so I told
yeah.
him about it.
I saw where he pinned it on his Instagram. I saw where he responded. Shout out to Drama Boy.
So yeah. So yeah. We are definitely in the bushes, like I said. Oh, it's Cypress on here.
I said, okay, so I'm like, y'all, this is it right here. Beauty and the Beats. Make sure y'all go follow Drama Boy Fresh too.
Yeah,
Drama Boy
go follow
Fresh.
Drama, Memphis on. Follow me. I am Diane Peace on Instagram. I am Diane Peace on TikTok. And I underscore am Diane Peace on Twitter. Now I do be ranting and raving on Twitter every now and then, but you know, everybody's a work in progress. But yeah, I love y'all. I love you, Tamara. I'm
I
so
love you
proud of you.
too.
And I'm so happy I got a chance to come up finally at the bushes, baby, and be in the
I know it. I
I
know it. I love you, Jessica. Thank you
love
for
you
coming on and
too.
blessing my show.
And I cannot wait to see you guys Dimesgiving. Let me know anybody want to do food trucks, vendors. Make sure
Oh
y'all
yeah,
hit up.
vendorship. How much is the do you have packages like for your vendorship? Like
Yeah.
if
So
you
this
have something that you sell that you can get a booth there.
Yeah, you can get a booth there or you can bring your food truck. So we got the vendor packages. She Visha is the one who's doing it. I think she has the numbers and the prices on there, but that is not nothing crazy because it's just really a donation. You know, it's not
Okay.
anything crazy. She'll let you sign a standard vendors and it's a VIP vendors because we'll try to put the VIP vendors in the high traffic areas or whatnot. So I mean, if y'all interested in doing it, please, you guys hit up Visha 901. You could DM her or you could email keep the change alive at gmail.com. Or you could call, I think the number is on the flyer, 901-213. It's on the flyer of Dimesgiving. If you guys could look on the flyer, it's on there. And I've had a lot of people hit me up about vendors and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a time.
It's 21901-213-6407.
Yeah, 6407. That's the number you call for being a vendor, or if you got a food truck and you want to come out and set up, you can. We got plenty of room for that. And even if you just want to come volunteer just to help, just to be out there, just please
Mm-hmm.
hit us up. We want anybody to come serve, work in the grocery store. If you got talent, you want to come sing, you write poems. I don't care what it is. I just want to be around you guys. So that's our positive energy only.
Yeah, and if you want to get involved, make that is Visha VSHA 901.
Yes, that's
Visha
her Instagram.
901. So go follow her and then reach out to her too to let her know. And you can talk to her about those packages and all of that because you see she's advertising the dime feast on her channel also. I
Yep.
mean on her Instagram.
Yep, that's my partner. So she has a foundation as well called Connecting the Dots, and she's very big in the community about connecting us and keeping us in positive spaces and doing positive events for the youth and stuff like that. She just did a Queen of the South rap contest for the girls. So she said she wanted me to be a part of that next year. So we're gonna try to make it even bigger for the upcoming female talent in Memphis because there's so many of them that are so
Mhm.
talented and cute. So I just want
Mhm.
them to be put in the spotlight too. So yeah. hit up Visha if y'all got any questions about the Dime Fest, and we're gonna have a ball. I thank you guys for letting me come up and share the chat with y'all tonight. And I'm gonna come back through. I gotta come back through when the project is come out. I'm gonna come back through and we're gonna talk about it.
Absolutely. I would love it. And I'll be out there with you all because I'm gonna record it and then
And
I
maybe after the Dime Fest, we can have like a little recap night or something.
that'll be
We come up here and
awesome.
we can have like a little recap of what we did and all the stuff that went on.
That would be awesome.
Yes, yes. So I mean, I'm so happy. I'm glad we got a chance to chop it up. This has made my day. This has made my 2025.
Well, thank you for coming up, Jessica. I love you.
I love you too. I love you, chat. I love you, Memphis. All my supporters. I love y'all so much, and I ain't never stopping. It's only up from here, y'all. You
It's
know,
only up. It's
I ain't
only
got
up
no
from
cap
here.
in my ceiling, so it's only up.
Amen.
Amen. So I'll talk to you guys. See you guys later.
Okay, Jessica. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Shout out to Jessica for coming up and spending time with us. And make sure y'all, if you're in the Memphis area, the Mississippi, Arkansas area, make sure y'all come out to the Dime Feast that is going to happen on the day before Thanksgiving. Is November um, the 26th. I think it's November the 26th. Yep, November the 26th. And if you got like earrings, like if you have like a little business, like an earring business, or if you sell like the world's best banana puddings, and it's going to be a lot of people out there. This will be a good opportunity to get your booth and get out there. And I started thinking about, should I get a booth and have my cousins and them to, y'all know I told you I got all that brand new paparazzi jewelry that I bought sometime back and I never had the opportunity to sell. It's just brand new. I thought about selling it for half price, getting my cousins and them to sit at the booth and sell it. So I'm thinking about that. But if like you make jewelry and stuff like that, this will be the perfect opportunity with so many people being out there for you to get a booth and get out there and sell your stuff because y'all already know a lot of people are going to be coming through. Okay. So support Jessica. And also, like I said, she's going to be giving out hot meals and stuff to the homeless and all in that, feeding the homeless. So, hey, I really appreciated her coming through. I enjoyed her conversation. So down to earth. Yeah, that would be good. You know, I'm thinking about that. Like, it's gonna be so many people out there. Shoot, I'm sure I wouldn't come home with no, just get all of that stuff up out of my little outhouse out there and sell it all. Okay, because it's quite a bit of it that I bought so much and I didn't never get a chance to sell it because I was busy. I was gonna, just sell paparazzi jewelry for. It had to have been for fun because once I thought about it, after the, only made like $1 profit. But I mean, I'm gonna cut the price. I would cut the price in half and just get some of my money back because I can't sell no jewelry. I ain't got time. I don't even have time for myself half the time. I be going just sell it, and whoever it is that's starting a paparazzi jewelry business can get it for cheaper than what they sell on the site, really. So I probably will. They could start their business and make a bigger profit. So that's an idea. So anyway, y'all, listen, shout out to Jessica. Shout out to her husband, Sean, because he got on the phone. Sean played in the NBA. For a very long time. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat that showed Jessica some love. Make sure you go and follow her on Instagram, follow her on TikTok. It is I am Dime Peace. And I even saw where Jessica got a Facebook page. So if you're old school like me, go and follow her on Facebook. Um, yeah, follow her on Facebook. Shout out to Jessica. Anyways, y'all know what I got to do. I got an assignment that I got to turn in by 11:59 tonight. It is my philosophy class, so it's going to take me every bit of that, probably 3 hours, okay? Because my brain has unscrambled. That lady kicking my butt in philosophy, but the class ends on December the 15th. That's going to be the happiest day of my life, okay? It's going to be the happiest day of my life. Woo! Lord have mercy. Anyways, you guys, I love you all. Y'all have a good night. Shout out to Jessica. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up the Cash App, $ Real Talk with Tamra, or the Super Thanks. Y'all have a good night. I love you all. Well, let me say a prayer before we get off of here. Dear God, I just thank you for everybody that was on this live, Lord. I ask that you bless their lives. I thank you for even allowing Jessica to come on. I ask that you touch her life, guide her, God, in all of the paths that you had for her before she was even ever born, God. I just thank you right now for shielding and protecting her, guiding her and her husband to their destination, guiding me and everybody in this chat that came into this chat with good intentions. No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Anything, any lying tongue, any evil witch that tries to rise up against us will be condemned. Any evil thoughts, any spells, any curses that was spoken out while we was on this live, I reverse every curse and send it back to the sender, and may it manifest in their very own lives in less than 30 days. You better be careful about what you speak into the atmosphere against somebody else, because the Bible says the very thing that you wish upon somebody is the very thing that will come upon you. Okay, so be careful about that. Anyways, you guys, I love you all. Y'all have a good night.